Hey guys, welcome to the close. 2 o'clock. That means there's 2 hours left in the trading session and 2 hours left in the trading day. What a bounce back for North American markets, including the NASDAQ, led right now specifically by Facebook. Wow, very impressive. 1% move there for FB back to the upside. There's the NASDAQ, 1.8% in positive territory, 0.2 for the Dow, 1% for the S&P. Pretty impressive right across the board. 10% for both Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, back to the upside in very bad need of a bounce for some of the cryptocurrencies. Here we go. This is the lay of the land as we have 2 hours left to go here. The bank's still leading as far as strength is concerned. I was mentioning this morning, if you joined us around 10:40, that finance a little bit strong, even heading towards 11 o'clock. Financial stocks, that is. There's Amazon, 15% to the upside. Etsy and eBay, along with Amazon, back to the upside today. Everything else, though, in the consumer discretionary group to the downside, including, we're going to talk about Ford, 10% right now. SSR for Ford, Tesla helping to offset that, though. Back to the upside in a big way, 4% for Tesla. Tech stocks having a nice day to end the week, as are energy stocks having a nice day to end the week. Multi-year highs once again for crude oil this afternoon. Pretty impressive move for all of these. XOM we saw yesterday getting to multi-year highs at about this time. We'll have a look at it again today. There's Twitter and Take-Two. Two stocks, I should say, strong this morning, continuing. Now 7% for Twitter, 6% for TTWO. Quick look at the NASDAQ. That's about all you need to know today. Amazon, a monster off earnings, 15.2%. eBay there as well, 4% to the upside. This group, though, the software group, the entire thing basically outside of FISV in positive territory. To the downside, industrials, consumer staples, and healthcare stocks. What a day, what a way to end the week here with a big bounce back for the overall market. I mean, the daily chart on Facebook, there's so much room to the upside that we could still go a long way if need be for FB. As we do, as always, about this time in the afternoon, we're going to get back into what we were looking at this morning, heading into the open, including Sean. He's going to walk us through one of his trades right now.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, it's your trade of the day today. And guess what? It's our friendly Facebook trade, and it was a wild one today. We probably took way too many fills, and again, look, this is, again, day 2. We'll see, yesterday was absolute chaos. Snapchat came out with obviously a great report there, up 55% for Snapchat. So we were like, you know what? Let's obviously have a look at Facebook again here today. And this is, I'm back and forth here. Let's just go early, talk about what we had here written on the sticky note. We wanted this little short right there off the open. We hit that, and we did it pretty good. 234 to the downside. Out 233, out 232. And then this is where I was talking with Neil, and this is where we sort of got a little bit caught up in it, I feel anyways. It's just, it was way too choppy in here, right? And the only thing that really I should have been doing, instead of taking this long, I came in today, saw Snapchat, right? We saw Pinterest, and I was like, you know what? Maybe Facebook is too overdone. Like, reading a lot of funds want to try to buy this one. I consider Facebook right now like a value stock instead of a growth stock at its current price, including the cash that they have on hand, everything like that, the PE. I love Facebook down here, but I'm just thinking about the longs. The problem is it's pretty choppy in here, so we try a bunch of times off some of the 50 periods in the VWAP, doesn't really work. So let's go over to what is working. And we're still long Facebook right now, so we'll talk about that in a second. In here, and then live on the show, I said, look at all this struggle here to go long. Lots of struggle, like long, out, wrong. Long doesn't work. Long again, average in, barcode, barcode. Oh, it's near the bottom. Okay, take more, take more. Oh, it's breaking the bottom. Get out. And now we've like thrown back all the money that we've made early. And it's like, what are we even doing? And then we go, all right, let's try the short then because these longs are so hard. Look at this, instantly dollar wins right here. Bang, bang. This takes 4 minutes to get everything back. So now we're flat on Facebook. We try the long again right here. We take a little bit of profit. And then this is just as we're ending the show. It comes down to a really key level down here of 230. And this is what we have marked off right here with this blue line. We take a bid at like 230.80, something like that. And this is the truth. So I'm done the show. I'm like, all right, get a coffee, whatever. I called the wife, blah, blah, blah. I put on here a stop of 230. And as I'm leaving, I'm even telling Marissa, I'm like, hey, I'm going to get stopped out, like, as if she cares about Facebook. I'm going to get stopped out down here near 2:30, so I'm going for a walk. I come back in, and all of a sudden, it's like doot, 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 starts climbing and bounces right off that 2:30. So what did I learn from all of this? Wait for key prices. No more messing around in the middle here. We didn't need to be doing that. We wait for the key price. It comes in. It's an average price here. Takes out the 50 period. We get out. We're like, wow, this is great. Out to 232. Again, right back in this barcoding area. We don't have that crystal ball, but we did know that we wanted to hold on to something. So out at VWAP up here, 233, some outs. And then guess what? We're like, no. We're going to hold the rest of this. So we still are long right now. $10 in the money right now on Facebook. If you don't hold your longs, then you can't participate in any of this, right? If I'm getting out all up here, then I don't have the $10 winner. I think it's about time maybe we get out. That was actually went up to $11 right there. 240, 250. What a great entry, or what a good opportunity to get out. It looks like we're going to get that again. So right now we are long down here, and just for your own sake here and just for my own trading, I'm going to try to do this a little bit more. And that is that when you get an asset like this, you can look at Square, you can look at Roblox, a couple different names that are moving around. When you know they have this upside potential, there has to be something that tells you to hold. And we were just saying, if this is the bottom, then we want to make sure that we have something for this ride up. It's a $10+ winner. It's your trade of the day, but we had to hold it, and it's on Facebook.
This is why you got to join us every single morning before the market opens. Come by 8:30 a.m. Eastern. We sit down and discuss everything that's moving in the pre-market. Facebook was on the watch list this morning. Meta Platforms was on the, Meta Platforms on the watch list this morning, coming off that earnings report. What a move back to the upside here. We were also discussing Pinterest. We were also discussing Snapchat after monster reports from both. And of course, Amazon as well, guys. If you need the watch list, that is the link. We'll have it in the chat for you here. Coming up, the other big name that reported aftermarket yesterday and was on watch this morning, guys, Ford. Unfortunate miss and a big move down here for shares of F today. After that report, we're actually kind of grinding along day lows right now.
I'm gonna do that thing where we're supposed to talk about Ford, and there was a wick off top on Facebook just there. Sean obviously talking about it, but you don't see parabolic moves like that going $6 in a matter of minutes on Facebook very often. I tried it once off of pre-market highs, and then right here you get that wick off top, and I'm back in it at 21.74. I kind of want you to talk about Ford because I decided to try to play GM as a sympathy play, and ultimately ended up thinking, okay, it might have some support. The sympathy name might be a bit of a catch the bid type of situation. There was a consolidation off 50.70 that I did miss. I wanted it at 50 even. It didn't quite get to that price. And then when I took the long eventually, I didn't really even give it much room. Ends up breaking the low, not testing 50 even, and then not catching that much of a bid. Like I'm seeing Tesla run, just absolutely go gangbusters. XPEM had a monster day. Ford and GM, which I guess it's like, those two put in the penalty box after the miss by Ford. They didn't love the GM earnings either. So it looks like, there's two buckets, right? Like there's a higher valuation EV names, and then you've got your bucket of, traditional combustion companies that are making the turn, and they're going to move together. So that's what we're seeing here with GM. But I'm back over to Facebook because as soon as I got that first target out, it retests the highs. I was just there to be able to show like the yesterday's high, retesting the high. So it's still churning to the upside. This is like a squeeze. Like these are the markets we're in right now. Oversized bets one way, when it goes the other. We saw it with Snapchat, but look at that move on Facebook. These are crazy. I'm also getting into Pinterest, by the way, which feels maybe a little safer.
Yeah, so we were, oh wow, okay, so let's just review, thank you again for that trade of the day, guys, the comments in the chat. We tried to go diamond hands, and it looks like we do have it. A $10 winner here as we have the bottom of the day on Facebook. And I'm gonna, just like we used 230 as a key, I'm gonna use 240 as a key. We could get out right now, put $2 extra in our pocket. We're gonna give it all the way back down to 240, take 10 clean on this. And then if we get tapped out of that one, that's where we get tapped out. So let's just go on that, see if that works. and we'll do that. But you want to talk about Ford quickly here? Yeah, disappointing. It's on our sticky note today that we wanted to go short, and look what we did. That's exactly what we did. We went short early here at 1870. This is on the pre-market, right? Like, this is 820. Out there at 850 as it comes down. So that's 1870, guys. That's $1 away from here. So we were short there and out and out. And then as we open up, we watch this thing fall all the way down to 1750. Look how good that 1750 level is. And then we got out on the way back up at 1788. Coincidentally, right where we're at right now. So Ford, just awful. Not a great report there by Ford today. And the most disappointing to me, which is why it was number one, or not number one, but it's on the top of, you can't see that, it's on the top of our sticky note. Go to @TraderTV, Sean, for that. It's because we broke below. We broke below all of this support. We talked about that in here yesterday. We're like, you got to buy some Ford in here. But again, you don't buy it ahead of the report. And as long as you did that, you're fine. But right there, a nice little dip down through 19. Gave us the short that we're looking for, and it was a cash money trade today. That's Ford.
Yeah, big mover back to the downside. As we said, though, Tesla doing its best anyways to help kind of offset some of the negativity coming from both F and GM today. Snapchat, the next one here, on the other hand, what a monster for Snapchat. It was very, very volatile right out of the gate this morning, off the open, back and forth it went. But huge mover today, guys, for Snap.
Snap didn't move at all. I don't know what you're talking about, Brennan. What is this Snapchat? The stock that's up 58% today, that was down 23% yesterday. So I'll repeat basically what we were talking about this morning. And you had to think this in the aftermarket too. It was the same thing with Amazon, right? Like when everybody thinks the same thing and then places outsized bets in that direction, you can get just crazy action, right? Like, look at the move in Snapchat. It's complete. It's almost insane, except for the fact that it was just as violent to the downside, and then you had that gap up. Now, we were shorting it multiple times this morning, and here's the thing. Like, initially when it broke that 35, it looked pretty good, had some reloads that got stopped out when it took out that 35.50. Then there were scalp trades off the highs at 36, and then there was one move, and this was that one move up into 37, guys. And it makes a bottom at 34, it goes into 37, and that candle, this is 2 minutes. These are minute candles. It goes up to 37, back down to 34 in only a couple of minutes. Next thing you know, within 10 minutes, I'm reloading in front of that 37 area. It's ridiculous. It was giving you $2 moves at will, and then it finally made the breakout here at 37 even. That was the first time I decided to go long. Took the break into 38. I did hang on to some to see if it would do this continuation. Obviously, didn't hold on to it till the absolute bottom. It didn't get back to that 34 level, which I spent the entire day with a stop at 34 in case it would have broken that level to go short. And then here we are. Now, the last move it's made here, the reason why I think it's not going parabolic, well, relatively parabolic, is the last move it just made breaking was when Facebook took off. So I think this is more like a relief, not relief, what's the word I want to use? It's like a sympathy rally, that last little break of the high of the day, because Facebook just went $6 and so Snap just took out the high. That's why I chose to just jump into a short in Pinterest. I tend to think that because of the nature of this move and why it happened, not necessarily totally being about the report, I feel like there would be some sellers that came in. They came in en masse, but there were buyers up at the bottom that were just as crazy. Like, I thought for all the world, Sean, 34 was going to break. Like, when it came down that time at the open, this snap here, I've never seen a stock do this and then not take out the low. It's crazy. To then take out the high after that is absolutely bonkers, yet here we are, and it's at the high of the day. I never would have bet that, and don't bet against a lack of volatility in these markets. If it can go, it's going to go.
Hold on a second, I just got to get, that was the surprise to me today about Snapchat. This was almost the trade of the day as well, but I mean, it's just Facebook. We just took out Facebook, by the way. Let's just review that. It just, of course.
It just bounced off 40.
Yeah, it just bounced off 40, but it did go through it. So we got out there at 40, which is fine, man. It's literally a $10 winner. So yeah, we're happy for that one. So I can't complain there. $10 there on that. And obviously wish we could have still held on to it. But I mean, at some point, you know, just got to be happy with getting in here and getting out here. So that was a big move up. The old Sean probably would have got out right here, 236. So I feel like I made $4 extra by doing a little bit of homework. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Okay, so Snapchat. again, like if I could show you is yesterday's trading in here for me? No, it's not. So I was only short yesterday and only short today as Snapchat's up 57%. We get out of here by the skin of our teeth though. We had a beautiful trade that made all the money for us, and it's this short, very, very similar to what we just saw on Facebook, where we take the ultimate short there and then take, except for it was long on Facebook, get it out, get it out, get it out, and then we had an overfill right there where we got out and back in. So right there, that's it. A nice little take for us. Short 38s out, our best out right there. 36, 37, and then we got out right in here and then got back and forth on a stop order. So, but yeah, just short, and like Neil, man, the number one error for me was right into here when we took out 37. Was not expecting that. I didn't get the fill, so I had to punch out of these at 37, 33. So a very, very violent name today, but one that's a great name to trade if you're a day trader. The volatility's here. Look at it just ride the 50 period all the way up. So, I mean, the momentum is here. This is about as clean as it can get. Snapchat for the win if you're long.
Pins, on the other hand, guys, much to do about not a lot of anything, really. We did get a nice gap to the upside on Pinterest following their report, but it was, I had the story here, it was their forecast going forward and their active users as well for Pinterest. So, I mean, yeah, we gapped up, but just does nothing but go sideways.
You know what? This was the one when I actually sat down. Because of when it gapped up, it had given so much back. Right? Snapchat, it basically was holding at those highs, so it was clearly going to be a little bit more volatile, whereas Pinterest, when they got the pretty decent report, yes, sure, it was a shock in the aftermarket and it went crazy, but then it's right back here at 28, sort of sitting in the middle of the range, and this should have been the one that I was sitting in the pre-market. Like, that's the safer play. Instead, and the only good thing about this is that when I missed the entire, like I had basically missed on $3 and was not happy over the fact that I missed on $3 in the move, but when I took the short off at 25, I stopped out at 25. And then when I took the short off at 26, I scalped for some profit, I reloaded, and I took my hit here at that 26.50 level. And then eventually I did get the top. I tried to hold for the home run trade, thinking it would come back down to 24, ended up getting stopped out, only making a buck on the trade. And I say only because like I basically threw away 2 there. And when the last spike happened here in Facebook, I mean, I'm in the Facebook short, but I also decided that Pinterest off that 27 level felt like it might be a false break. I mean, Facebook was going parabolic. It's sitting here barcoding. This was struggling to get back to those highs of the day. The market was turning over. We're back and forth 1500, 4500, sorry, and 4510 on the ES, back and forth at that high. And I figured this is a name which had struggled to break out. It's probably a safer trade to dig into the short while playing the parabolic move in Facebook. So that's the reason for it. You got to keep in mind where these things have come from, right? We keep talking about this over and over again. And you know, Pinterest, for all of the volatility and all that, you know, the 10x move or whatever it was, top 9x move from top to bottom, pandemic bottoms to its highs, and coming all the way back in. What surprised me, and probably the reason why I'm mad at myself for not trading it, it was just less crazy. It was less crazy in the pre-market. There wasn't quite as much volume, which might have indicated that it was going to be a safer trade to be sitting in, whereas Snapchat was just, you know, that was shaking you out. It ended up taking out the top, whereas Pinterest made, I think, a much easier curl at the top, a lot easier to read here. That's why I'm going to revisit it. I might not trade Snapchat again in the afternoon, just thinking that Pinterest has the better reads here. And it's hard for me to go short, or sorry, to go long on this name. I haven't done it once. But if we hold a bid above 27, like I said, these stocks, they're so badly beaten up, you could have still a little bit of a rally. But for now, I'm going to sit in the short. Facebook's back to 239. I'm looking 237 on this. There's no way I'm getting a $10 winner like Sean did. If Facebook goes back to 230 today, no, that's not happening. So if this goes $3 or $4 back close to VWAP, I think that'd be fine.
Yeah, I just went short right now as well there on Facebook. And we just got out, obviously, so now we're playing with house money here, and that doesn't matter. It's just, I'm going to use these areas again to get out. 40, like 40, 70, something like that. You know, we'll take about $1 hit if it does want to come back in, but let's see if we can't hit this one to the downside again. Take out this 388. You know, somewhere in here, around halfway is pretty good for me, man. 236.50, something like that on Facebook. I'm just going to skip Pinterest. I haven't traded it. I haven't looked at it. I don't know anything about it. So For me, Pinterest is a no-fly zone, Brendo.
Still kind of trending here to the downside for Facebook, though, as you said, back to 240, guys. There's nothing really new when it comes to FB today, but this volume that came in there late in the afternoon, pretty impressive here as we just came back on. In fact, 235 back up to 240. This is what I was talking about when we came on as well. Like, the room here is just amazing to the upside for Meta.
Well, I mean, yes, but look where it's come from. Who said Meta? That's the first time we've said Meta. No, Brendan says Meta. They're Meta. We should be calling them Meta. You know what I'm actually curious about? Like, when their CDR in Canada, do they use Facebook or Meta? I'm not even sure about that. But a company like Facebook, and I guess we should talk about valuations sometimes, but it seems like they don't necessarily matter when you're going this crazy. But it's very reasonable. I think that's why a lot of people were looking to dig into it. But at the same time, it doesn't usually make moves like this. This is going to spook people. And that's exactly what ended up happening. It scared the crap out of a lot of people. And they were just dumping it yesterday. So where you might have thought there could have been a chance at a rally off of those lows, it feels like it's still having trouble doing so. Like, okay, so here's the situation. So I just took a $10 long on Facebook, and I can tell you that it hasn't broken back out of its lows. Think about that move. Like, if I go to Netflix, which had a similar move to the downside on their earnings, and then we were to show you, oh, come on, like, now you're not, now really, you're gonna, yeah. So anyways, it doesn't really want to load on the daily. But if I showed you, like, it took it multiple days after the big earnings miss, you can see on the daily chart, look at how many days it was to the downside before it actually reclaimed that day. Right, like, it went down to 350. It had to break back out at 414 or 400 to 414 before it had truly broken out, and you had monster parabolic moves. So as much as Facebook just came off the bottom $10, there is a very, very good chance, if you follow what happened to Netflix, like, it might have to have a couple of days down here. Maybe it breaks at 250, takes out at 255, and then you get a really big move back into like 280, 285. Like, I'm not, like, this is impressive, don't get me wrong, it's gone green today, but, like, that's not, to me, I look at Netflix and say to myself, after that kind of a miss, is Netflix bounce back going to be bigger than Facebook's in the short term, in the next week, like the week after? I can't imagine a scenario where that's true, so I don't think we're done here. I look at some levels like that 250 area, maybe even 260. You know, the longer this holds a consolidation, I think playing off some of these bases and those even numbers wherever it happens to hold up is going to be gold.
Yeah, and it's just like we talked about in the trade today. If you're joining us late, go back to 2 p.m. and you can see what I was talking about with respect to this. But look, it was a hard trade, to be honest with you, in the morning. There was nothing easy about this. We had on our sticky note that we wanted a 236 break right here, yesterday's low. That breaks real early, right at 9 o'clock, and then it's just downside from there. It does come back up. That would have been a good reload, but instead we missed that, and then we take the 234 short. That was so easy, man. That's $1 right there. 233, that's 231. Sorry, that's 232 right there. That's $1 and then $2. And then, like, we just kept looking at it, and it was like, okay, here we go. We're making that bottom at 230 right there, right? 230.60, and then it ripped all the way up, and then we're like, all right, let's take this 236 long. So we went long, and then we started giving all of our money back, because then it crashed down almost as soon as we went long, and we wound up getting out, reloaded the long, and made all of that back. So here we go, up, and then flat in here, because we go long, long, and out, long again, and then out on the way up. So that's flat. And then we just start dancing with the devil in here, thinking we're being cute, as it just keeps bouncing off of 232. Eventually, it takes out 232, and that's where it got real spicy, and we play off the 230 long, and then it's like long 230.60, you just saw me in this, out for 232, that's $2. That's $2.50. That's $3. That's $3. And then you go to the upside, and where's my out? Right there's the out for $10 winner. So yeah, we spit out the cash. And guess what now, Neil? I know you're in the short as well. And now we have a 75-cent short on right now. Now printing $1 in the money as we reverse our course here on Facebook. The market obviously holding up quite well, but we've seen an afternoon swoon. Afternoon swoon.
Don't get squozed.
Not bad, not bad. Hopefully we don't get squozed on this, but an afternoon, that was from Brad's show. Is squozed a word? I know he found that it's a word. I'm not sure it's a word, but squozed. But anyways, Facebook's not getting squozed here. It's just going down. So right now, Facebook coming back into the here. It's now flat on the day. I mean, do we want to take another dollar? I mean, you go 10 plus 1 is 11. So maybe we take that, but let's see what happens here into the close for Facebook. Now making new moves to the downside. We'll see. I mean, again, I don't know, Neil, if you talked about a target, but...
I'm trying to get it in front of 237,
yeah,
but
okay,
we can come to my screen for a second. I'll give Trader Prad credit about this.
All right.
Squoze is that, this is from the Webster, by the way. It is an actual word. Squoze is a word. He was right. We were wrong. However,
squozed a word.
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming it is. It's just adding, just whatever. All I'm saying is this: it got added because it was popular, like online. It's one of those things where because it becomes common in online. I think a lot of people use it on Reddit, then that's why. So it's all good, man. Like we can be wrong too. Like I'll admit to it. I was pretty shocked there. So made a bit of a mistake. Hopefully this isn't a mistake in Facebook. This market, like I said, is barcoding a little bit. But it is still barcoding on highs, right? Like the NASDAQ, the ES up 0.8, the NASDAQ leading the way up twice as much as that. So we're kind of shorting Facebook, and I'm shorting Pinterest, when the market's looking very, very strong here in the afternoon.
I am also very surprised by that, but I was just reading as well, guys. The OED supplement shows it in American English since 1844. So where have we been? Squoze. That's on Wiktionary.com. So, yeah, exactly. You learn something every day. Roblox here. I wanted to mention Roblox because we're back to day highs, almost at day highs, anyways, up 5% after a decent move in the aftermarket yesterday. But remember, the Bear Cave comes out and says they're short yesterday on. I have no idea who the Bear Cave is. Anyways, volume to the upside here to end the day on Roblox.
I didn't just stop out once at the bottom on Roblox. I stopped out twice at the bottom on Roblox today. One of them was a huge mistake. So we talked about this yesterday, the whole, anytime a short seller report comes out, just find the bottom, and if it holds the next day, go long in front of it because they've usually already gone short. That's a setup that works, generally speaking. Now, the problem was at 8:30, the employment number came out, and I had my first long way too far in front because it was looking like a strong day. What I should have done is cancel that bid, take it a little bit closer. Maybe I still get stopped out. It's fine. It just would have been a smaller hit. And then when I realized 60 didn't actually break, we engaged back into the trade. All of a sudden, things look absolutely fine. We're able to scalp some out for a win. It makes a top at 62, rejecting the high of the day, and then cracks 60. And then that's the bottom wick right there. It's about as ugly as you're going to see. You make the bottom wick, and then it decides to run. But the key thing here is when going back and reviewing this, because I always think about the trades, is to remember this doesn't invalidate the setup. The setup of short sell report, support held, rally off of the bottom, that actually worked perfectly. The setup was fine. The execution wasn't any good. So remember, there's a difference between your strategy being bad and then mistakes getting made in execution. You want to make sure that you're noting that when you're going over your trades and reviewing them. Otherwise, you're going to throw out really, really good setups just because a mistake was made, or bad luck of getting a bad wick here or there, which you never want to do because ultimately there was nothing wrong with that play. And I've seen it work so many times that it's you want to have that trade when it's there.
Yeah, that is for sure. And I'm just going to call up right now because we're in Roblox also to the upside. And you can see here, we only have 4 names on the sticky note. Follow me at TraderTV. Sean, I'll put this in the chat right now. If you want to get it, hashtag sticky note, follow it right now. Ford, Snapchat, Facebook, and Roblox. All great names today, and Roblox might be the easiest because we just said there, long 60. I mean, we wrote it down. It's about as clear as day there on the sticky note, and this is what we did here on Roblox. We went long at 60 right there. We took $1, and then all of a sudden the market tanked right off the open, and we got out, and that was it. End of story there on Roblox. We just did not give our trade enough room. We got long at 60. We took $1, then we got out for flat, so we still put it in our pocket right now, Roblox. But, I mean, still, Great trade. We'll look to make that again. I love the long off 60. That I did read that short seller report, and yeah, hopefully they got out of their shorts, because that is not anything important to me at all on that. Facebook, I know you're in this one now, Neil.
Oh, I'm out. That 37 level, I kind of look at it from the pre-market and just said, I'll take it.
Okay, so he's out of that one. I'm going to give this one a little bit more, maybe down to like 36.50 or so, something like that. If it keeps on wanting to crash, then maybe that's that. We're just, at this point, we've absolutely nailed Facebook. So let's try it one more time back into here. If we can go long and out, and then short, and even if we can get out right now, guys, I mean, this is a $2 winner. All we're doing is piling on right now, so we'll see if we can diamond hand this one a little bit longer down here to 236.50 or so. One more dollar down, and we'd be pretty happy with this trade. So far, so good here on FB on that short, but we could retake this too, man, 238.74. So watch out there. That might have been a good out down here, as we just did that wick off to the bottom there. Just like we wicked off top, we're just doing a lot of wicks down here. So they're trying to figure out what they want to do with Facebook right here. Maybe, what am I short at?
I just want to quickly, I don't know if you, can you pull my chart for just a quick second? Because I want to explain the only reason I got out. Just looking at this flush here at about 8.30, because I remember when this took out that support level, and you can sort of see some chop in that range. It then made this consolidation, and look at the top that got respected, and it's just around that 37. And when everything was going nuts this morning, it was that 37 level that got respected. That's where the breakout just occurred. So I kind of decided I want to get out in front of that range. It's so strong, and to me, the risk felt like clearly here it's a squeeze to the upside when everyone's betting against. So that's why I decided to do that. And just to go to one other name, because I am only in now ANY. This is the third time off of $3 it's come up here. Third time, well, okay, post-market. This is technically the fourth time if you count the post-market. No, I'm not getting back into this. I've reloaded enough times here. This time it only got to 85. Before it was giving you 75s. When we took it in the morning, it was giving you 260s at the bottom. So clearly, each time it tests this level, it's clearly getting a little bit stronger, which is setting it up for a potential break. So I'm not going to reload. Third time today it's testing this level. Fourth time, including the post-market yesterday.
All right, we'll do a bonus round here because, hey, it's Friday. Why not? This was the headline we saw about midday on TT. It wasn't midday. I guess it was about mid-morning. Take-Two Interactive. Yeah, 11:30-ish. Take-Two Interactive up on this tweet. Rockstar Games confirming. We were pleased to confirm that the active development for the next entry in the GTO series is underway currently. So that caused this move here. Another one, guys, trying to get back to day highs.
Oh,
Volatility,
TTWO, the bonus name here today. Neil, I don't even have the chart up.
I have the chart up, but it's like volatility is like, you gotta love volatility. Like there's so many names here. I mean, if you watched like Bill that Arun was taking to the upside, this is going absolutely bonkers. A name that no one except Arun is even trading. So look, Take-Two, 135. Check that, 138, same nonsense, right? Into a 168 move out to 50 period, and now you're blowing that out. Now, obviously, there would have been a breakout trade here this morning off of that news, and we're gonna have missed it because at that time of day, you saw what was going on and all these other names in the morning. Hard to catch, but not much of an excuse to not revisit this 175 here up at the top. You've already seen it challenge it 3 times, including a failed break. It's having a little bit of trouble getting to that price. There goes any through the top. I'm now going to go long. If you can't beat them, join them. 4th time through, I got to try it. Take-Two, I'm looking at that 175 level. You got a 50 top, 175.50 that is. If it fails on a break of 75, can't get through that 50, that would set you up for a bit of a short trade. But there's so many things that are moving right now. And it's not even like these small caps, except for any. It's just these big cap names, and the moves on earnings and the moves that we're able to get here is now any just went crazy.
Yeah, I might just get out of this Facebook, guys. Honestly, what the futures are right now. The futures are right now getting a little spicy here as we're just trying to take out some of these tops. So let's wait to see what happens here on this one. But right now, a quick update. What about Bitcoin, guys? Congratulations. Oh, here we go. We have this one. See that one, Tim? This is a Bitcoin one. Let's do it again for Tim. I don't think he's seen it before. We have a bunch of more. We have a bunch of more.
We need an Ethereum one.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch, but they're just not on the board here.
Oh, we don't?
No, so yeah, we don't have them. So anyways, congratulations. As Bitcoin breaks through 40,000, I think there's going to be a squeeze now, a squoze. I think that this is going to get
squeeze. Don't say squeeze
squozed.
ever again.
Yeah, no, never again, because not only Trader Prad, obviously educating us with trading every day, funniness and things like that, but obviously the English language, which is not his first language and apparently is ours, he knows about squozed. But the thing is that he also knew about aluminium, which is correct. It is aluminium.
Huh?
Yeah, if British call aluminum aluminium, he is 100% correct.
So why does that make it right?
No, I'm just saying, like, he's introduced some new words to me. I didn't know about squozed,
I can't
and I didn't
even
know
say it
about
that way.
aluminium.
Aluminium.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Aluminium.
anyways, 40,600 right now on Bitcoin. Congratulations to anybody that had that BTC trade. I think there is going to be a little squeeze there. Part of me thinks that I'm missing my... Yeah, squozed. Yeah. Part of me thinks I'm missing my calling here because I feel like crypto markets, you could trade them very similar to what we're doing right now, with a little bit
Technicals,
less.
yeah.
With a little bit less resistance, right? So, that's a good opportunity there. If this job ever turns sour.
Well, if you think about it, right, like there's, to some degree, and maybe it's not as true anymore, like you didn't have some of the gamesmanship that happens with algos, at least initially. It's probably not as true now as it would have been early on. You didn't have to deal with. And we know some day traders who, when they did really, really well, and when algos took over the market, when crypto trading first was getting going, they were doing really well on it because they didn't have to deal with some of the nonsense.
Right.
Like the transition, I'll tell you guys, like if you traded for 20 years, I'm getting off topic and I apologize for this, kind of. But the transition from when algos went from like a niche thing to 30, 40% of trading and dark pools, 30, 40% of trading, and even bigger than that on some stocks, that was a hard one for a lot of day traders. And there's people who made really good money, and suddenly what they did was more difficult. Tough transition. And one of the ways to know you're going to make it is when you go through these market changes, are able to adapt your style and remain profitable. It's hard to do, but when you do it, it gives you that confidence. And shorts just got squoze on any. That broke $3 in a big way. I'm getting some out in front of 315, but come on, chart. It's still, there we go. At 315, if you go to the daily here, there's really nothing. There's a 50 period at 325, so I'll probably get some out in front of there. But there's not a heck of a lot. Like this has some room to run here. They did have news. They actually made it on our watch list this morning. But as a low floater, when the market's booming, I'm always skeptical as to how far they can run when the good names are having strong days. So that's why I aggressively took profit in front of 315.
Look at this
That's a big blue jay.
This is a damn big ass blue jay. My mom just sent this to me. This is in her backyard right now. This is what happened. This is so. We finally found Cecil Fielder here as the most famous blue jay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it sucks. But here's Cecil Fielder right now. But yeah, this is what happens in the wintertime here in Toronto. These guys are definitely bulking up, or I don't know what he's doing. He's just chilling out right here. I don't know if this guy can fly, but there's a blue jay alert for you. Okay, we just tried to get out of, looks like we even miss on that call as well. Hopefully, I think we're bidding 80s, are we? I don't know where we're bidding, but there we go, Facebook. I thought we just got out. Oh, we put the wrong price. That's why. We put 237.80. Okay, so we want to get out of Facebook as it has just made that move back to the upside. So good out there, Neil.
That's what I'm talking about.
What is that?
That's what I'm talking about, man.
What's up, Trader Pride? Those, I hope you never got squozed on those.
Thanks,
man. But right here, out right now on that, so that's $1. We make 10, make $1 back there, obviously. Getting out down there would have been the right thing. We waited down here, but now we are out of that as I close that bird picture. Tell my mom thank you so much. And that guy, yeah, good call there, Vivek. That's funny. This is why this show is the best, honestly. Yeah, that blue jay can't squoze in the nest. No, he can't squoze into his own outfit there. So right there, but yeah, so good one, good move. We get out on that break, and that's good, man. All we're really doing right now on this name. Obviously, we wish we would have got out near that 237 marker, but there it is, good one. That's the cash. Give it to us right there. Thank you so much. Facebook, my #1 stock by far today, and let's see if we can make some more trades on this name.
Yeah, we could have like a Canadian dollar one of that. Just show you that color money. I don't know. Canadian money is nice, fun colors. It looks good. Someone asking about XL Fleet. Okay, so I'll bite. On a day, like I just finished saying, like I'm a little bit skeptical as to how far any could go. because when the big boys are running, that's where the money's going. So, with that being said, XL making a small move. The thing about these when they get exciting is when they actually break out, right? So I know it's at that $2 range, and $2 is a nice number. This is what the 15-minute chart looks like. I just showed you the daily. You can get some scalp trades off too, maybe if the volume were to pick up, but yeah, you guys, you can't even tell that volume's anywhere here. Let's break some of the volume, like the best volume when it got into that range. Once you see that happen, maybe you could take a 2 break and scalp it. Otherwise, you're really waiting for something like this to take out a quarter here, and then you've got some more room to the upside. That's what you look for like the real big breakout trades, because truth be told, like not everyone's into scalping. Like there might be a trade if volume picks up that you can take a 2 break and then get 5s to 10s. Like that's great for some people, but not everyone's looking for that. So if you're looking for the bigger trade, allow them to really break out. Now, I'm in any off of a scalp trade at $3, but if you look at what's different about this, and we had Michael Noss on this morning saying this, saying the same thing on this stock this morning from Trade Ideas. Wait for it to break the bottom consolidation, then look how much it actually goes, right? So something like an XL Fleet has yet to do that. Is the point I'm kind of making here, long-winded as it is. But when that happens, then you can get these multi-day rallies. And sometimes if there's a big enough short float, then you get a little bit more extra juice to the trade like that, so it might end up working for you. And as I say that, I'm going to get an offer out. I should be on 20s in front of this 325 area. I'm going to get on 20s here on any. Like I said, it was just one too many times testing 3 for it to be worthwhile shorting it again. Just jumped into the long side of the trade and said, not going to fight this stock. We're going to go the other way.
Yeah, we're going to also have a quick look here at Palantir. Let's go long. And again, long early, out, short, out. And now we'll take the long through $13 and see if it goes. Another positive name for us here today on the board. So let's just see if we can't get Palantir. And again, who knows where this is going to go. The day is still young. We have, what time is it, 2:40? Yeah, so it's still young. We have lots to go here today.
That was a good Friday.
Palantir does have a chance to get going. We do have highs. I mean, I don't think we're going to see 1450 or anything today. Let's see if, again, the daily chart's not going to show us that much. But right here, we're just hovering around. Let's see if we can go. We're long at 13 right now. That's a good little level for us. And then also, and I don't really want to scalp this thing, but if the market gives it to us, then we have no choice but to take it. We're only, like, our out's going to be like somewhere back here. That's 94, 95, which isn't that far from here. But I think realistically, now that we've sort of, had what we've done today, what about just an ultimate drop of down here? Like if we take out this 1290 and Palantir wants to reverse course, then we can get out. So let's, I was going to average in at 97. Let's average in like right around this 50 period, right in here, right where it's going to get going. Because if I start averaging in already on Palantir, then when it comes down here, it'll just be too big of a hit. Like it's really done nothing. This is since 130, the high at 130, like 1296, bottom 1289. Since then, for the last hour, it's just been in and out 10 cents. So here we go. And of course, as soon as I get in, the futures start dropping. So let's wait to see here now as the futures retesting some of those levels may give us an opportunity to buy more Palantir here, 94, 95.
Yeah, and I know you guys talking about the AMC spike in volume just now. Look, in the afternoon show, I've traded AMC a few days in a row here. I wish the trades would show up. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But like we just said earlier, like this is the similar thing. Like there's going to be a chance at a potential move when this eventually, has a shot to consolidate and break out from that. So the scalp trades are definitely in. 1560 if it goes, that gives you something into 16, maybe even 1650. But it's got some room to run. Like it gets above 19, 20 bucks, and you might really start going here. I acknowledge the volume spike. I'm actually looking at, and I've written this one down for the afternoon when it had a bit of a move, and I guess it didn't continue, obviously, in GameStop, that I was looking at 107. That's trying to break out here. And the only reason I say 107, I think it was yesterday. So if I do, you know what, I'll do the 15-minute. It'll show it probably a little bit better. Yeah, 107 here yesterday. You had this crazy spike top at 107, and then the day before you had a rejection at that price. So I was kind of thinking if it took out 101, you might get a parabolic move up, and I'd fade 107 on GameStop. That doesn't look like it's happening on Facebook because I'm just in any right now. So go back to what's moving. Facebook did bounce off that 237 level. It's holding. I mean, I feel like it might take a shot retesting at the high of the day, and I think it was Leon in the chat pointing out that he likes a 44. If it breaks the high, watch out that 44 area, maybe even giving it a buck to 245. It hasn't happened yet, but it's holding nicely at that 237. So a run at the top, still very much possible.
Yeah, we'll get some Palantir out if it goes back up, but here we go, averaged in right now, so average price 97.50, so 97.5 right now on Palantir. But the interesting mark here is that we're bouncing around on the futures. We may have just seen the high here on the NASDAQ, so that's a little bit of a concern. We do know that we can get faded right back in on the close. So we've seen that happen so many times. So we're looking at this level here, 14, just shy of 14.7. So it's like 14,680, I guess, 6,800 there. So 14,680 on the NASDAQ. So if you break that to the downside, then we're going to be in trouble. With that being said, I want to get into a new position if we could. We haven't had Microsoft at all today, and it's been a monster just riding this 50 period like many of them have. But then we just turned around on that move. So if I zoom in, so we just got long. If I zoom in, this is not going to be a long time, but 306.30 here on Microsoft is going to be an area to get out if it bounces back down there. So 306. I mean, we don't want to give this exactly 30. Yeah, 306.25, I guess. If it breaks back down below 306.25, we may be upset if we get out, but we're going to do it anyways. That's going to be that. We got to give it some room, though, to grow. We are long right now at 306.70. If it comes back to the upside, that's fantastic. Maybe we have a nice little bid here, but right there it is, man. 25 cents in the money right away on this call. So let's see if the market bounces, then we might have something here. So we'll take some more shares at 307.20 if it goes. But for right now, we're in a new position with Microsoft, 30 cents in the money there. And as long as the futures hold up, we should be okay. But if not, there's our out right there. So it's we're in the money at 70. Our out's going to be 25. So that's 40 cents or so worth of risk. So we should have just took that 40 cents there. We didn't. So let's go back and put an offer here to get out just in case it does come back to the downside. Let's make one part profit at least.
So I'm going to say two things here. One, I'll get to any in a quick second, but I want to acknowledge, I was talking, if you're watching the midday show, Arun had Bill somewhere in here, I think 07's report earnings and breaking out. And I know he was looking at this around this, like in front of that 230 level. It checked up. I tried shorting this a couple times, close to flat because we did take some profit before it stopped the high. This is now at 240. So I'm kind of curious. I'm going to message him in the chat, like where he's even getting out of this. Because he said 250, and it might actually go to 250. Like this is not really slowing down at all. This is what I mean about volatility being out of control. I was just asked where my last target is for any. I said I was a little bit skeptical how far it might go because of what's going on in the overall future. So I took the last leg out at 320. The last 10% or 20% that I'm holding on to, I just want to see how far it can run. Maybe it'll be 50s, it curls there, and I'll give it up. Otherwise, I think I want to give it back into the support down here. So I can play it by ear. If it breaks 3, I'll have a check and look at the volume here, and then see how it trades in between 95 and 3. If I hadn't already taken profit, I certainly would. I'd be doing that for sure. I wouldn't want to have the bulk of my position here. Obviously, this has already been a bit of a multi-day rally, so you're going into the weekend. It just put in a couple of days worth of monster moves, and it's right at that 50. It has like the big resistance on this, I guess, if you look at the levels, is probably all the way up to like $4 before you get a price, some price chops, and some highs. So it does have some room to run. I'm just skeptical it happens here today.
Okay, good.
What was that?
No, I went to reach for my pen and I hit the board by accident there, but nothing happened. Okay, so we went longer on Alibaba today at 121 in our long-term account. And again, it just hit me like when Kevin O'Leary was on our morning show. Nothing to do with Charlie Munger or anything like that. We talked about him buying these, a couple weeks ago, and they really haven't done anything. They've kind of just flatlined here. Whoops, let's go to the daily chart. Looks a little bit better on Alibaba. Flatline down here at 110. Obviously, it's a much better buy at 110 than it is at 120, but beggars can't be choosers. We just took out the 50 period today. So we'll go long on Alibaba here. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know if you guys could see on here. You probably can't, but on FinViz here, look at the PE, the forward PE. It's hard to see, 2. So it says a forward PE of 2 and a backward-looking PE of 17. So, I mean, let's just keep it real here with Alibaba. It should be going back up to the upside. Let's see if we can't capture some of that move. And there it is right there. Spin it. Because Microsoft right there took that bid out. And there we go. We just got a piece out there at 12 for that. So now we can come all the way back to the downside and be flat on this trade. So we get half out. So long at 70 or whatever we're long at 70, and then out right there at 10s or 12, something like that. That's 40 cents. Yeah, so 10s. So there it is, man. Out. That's 40 cents worth of risk, giving us back to here. So now we let this thing ride. And honestly, if it takes out some of these highs, like 307.30, something like that, then maybe we'll punch our ticket even longer. But watch out for the downside here on Mr. Softy. We are protecting that Palantir long as well. Was that Brendan?
Yes. Heads up on DWAC, guys. Back to 86 here on some decent volume, trying to get back to day highs. Also want to mention this one we talked about this morning, Unity. I think it was here, made a day high for Unity, up 18% back to day highs as well after good earnings for them.
Yeah, I've been waiting for 87 for a while in DWAC here. I had the 85 short. It was pretty good, and then it made this wick here. I'm showing the 15 minutes so you can get an idea of what 85 and 87 have been the last couple of days. It got all the way down to 81, wish I'd held on, but I was waiting for this test, and it looks like we're going to get a chance for it to test 87 up here. You got to be patient with these moves. So allow it to come up into that range. The second it shows signs of failure, then I want to jump in. Like I want it to be turning or slowing down when I try to get into the position so that you're not just jumping in front of the sword. As that happens, and I am watching it, I am going to go back over to pins because I just got back into Pinterest. This is like the third time. Well, okay, technically it's like a third entry, but we did get some profit, 75, and then got stopped out when it retook the high of the day. It then failed through the top, and I want to get in on any kind of consolidation back under 27. Didn't spend a lot of time above 27. It chopped, but this break here kind of went parabolic when Facebook did. So I want to be in somewhere between this 26.70 and the 27 area, and then give it to that high of the day, 27.25, and then look to see if it can fall back to 26. So, I mean, I probably should have drawn the lines in the chart, but it probably makes sense. So I want inside this target range here, which we just started. I'll give it to that high of the day, but Pinterest is the one that I do want to get into that short trade. And DWAC, of course, right? Like if I say I'm waiting till 87, it means it's not going to actually go to 87 when I'm watching it. So we'll have to be patient once again. Oftentimes you get that move. It doesn't quite go to the level that you want, and then you have to sit there and try not to chase it because that can get you into a lot of trouble. If I get into the short here, like maybe, yeah, of course it's going to crater and make it seem like I should have, but what will happen is if you're not wrong till 87, then you're risking twice as much as you anticipated. Well, if it's a VWAP retracement play, this isn't moving anywhere. And if I was going to get out in front of 84, all I'm doing is risking more to make less if I chase it.
Risky. Here we go. So we're going to do it again. We'll try to floss off, and maybe if we do that, then Microsoft will go back up to the upside. What a great long that was down here. And I actually, you might have heard me drop some expletives. Yeah, I think that's right. Because I thought I canceled this order there, but I didn't. And then I looked at it and was like, you know what? We did just go above here on the NASDAQ. It's just like, I don't know if we want to go long right now. Anything else like pushing longs, you know what I mean? And like this Microsoft, we're trying to push the long through here. This long came into us. There's a difference. Like that's, part of what we're talking about when we analyze some of these trades is I want to play with the momentum. Right now, I just don't think there is any momentum in the market. So that's like, it's not doing anything. So it's not like I think that was a great long. What we're trying to do is pick up some of these bottoms here, which we did there on Microsoft. And then it took out the 50 period. And I did have that to punch long. So we'll hold on to that one for now. But I may just, I was thinking when I got in that I should have just got out, but it wasn't really a keystroke error. It was just something that, I thought I did. I guess it was, because I thought I canceled it, but then I looked at it and was like, okay, we broke above the 50 period and we broke above the 50 period on the futures. So I did like it. So we will stamp this trade. It is what it is for now. It's coming back down. This could be a loser on Softy, obviously. The out remains the same, though. Nothing's changed. So we'll look for that. And then just an update on Palantir. Same old, same old. Nice bid there. That's not actually, that's just the full fill. And then we come back in here. We just touched out 98. We're long 97.50. First target is actually right here. 302 I have an offer. So if we can get up to 1302, that will be that. Yeah, no crap, gold, man. Oil has momentum. I just got into this Bank of Montreal, and I had some cash sitting around in my CAD account. So, we throw that in. And those of you guys won't know anything about this, but this is basically the Canadian equivalent. It's not exactly XLE because XLE is oil. This is oil and gas. Well, XLE is energy, actually, so it's energy trust. So this is very similar. This is gas and oil, ZEO.TO. We got in right around here, like $48, $49. I think it must have been 49 and change because we didn't get this wick. So 49 and change, $50, and there it goes right up there, 10% on this one with a 3% dividend, which is nice. So we'll take that to the upside here as it keeps on going. So ZEO there on the oil play. And then look at your XLE, man. Oil, I don't know, what did we touch there, Brendo? Hold on a second. I'll look this up. CL $F here on E-Signal. What a monster. Wow. Okay, yeah, 92 and change right now on oil. So you could see here, this is what that's been doing. Hold my oil, they say, as we go to the upside here, as this is just like, talk about a move. This is December 20th, $69 all the way to $92. So in December 20th, I'm seeing in here like 6 or 7 red days in oil. And right now, by the way, what did we say? So it's $1.53 right now. Wow, Microsoft. Okay, Softy. Let's do it. It's $1.53 a liter here. Look at Microsoft. There it is. Okay. I see you, Softy. This is why we trust in thy Softy. In and out. So there we go. So now we're holding this again. Let's just continue to move to the upside. So there goes the NASDAQ now upside. What I was doing was $1.53 times 3.7 liters in a gallon. Here in Toronto right now, it is $5.66 here, Tim. $5.66 a gallon.
We got a key for this.
A gallon. So this, I'll do this, Neil, and then you
one.
can find one. I'm flushing oil down the toilet, but that's not oil, actually. That's my own income as it goes expending on oil
puke?
Right now. Oh, you're trying to find the puke
Oh,
one?
my puke one's not there anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we have the one. Let's just do this
okay.
one as goes down into us. But yeah, there's no inflation or anything.
No, none at all. And like I wish I could tell you that I added.
It's like $8 for a thing of bacon.
I've owned Chevron for a while, and I'm like, at no point did I add to this thing, and I'm killing myself. And but by the way,
Mark is like literally right here.
So Mark hasn't come down from that.
Like I can probably like.
He ate. I didn't even see
this
me.
guy a little Charlie horse.
But like seriously, like lunch came.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, Mark, you grabbing lunch yet? And he's like, he's still up there. Yeah, I'll probably do it in a minute. I come back, I get up, I come back for like 2 seconds. He's back up there, and I'm like, did you eat? He's like, yeah, I ate already. I'm like, what? How's that even possible?
See, this is me right here. Like this is whoa.
He's living on the ladder.
Yeah, there we go. So we're touching the same pole right here. So there it is. Thank you, Mark, for his continued hard work. And I said to Mark, I was like, are we not employing anybody else to help this dude out? And it's like, I know Randy. Yeah, Randy. Was the guy skiing or snowmobiling right now?
When you go all Superman, then all of a sudden, hey man.
Oh man, what?
Yeah,
he is skiing actually today. I think Randy.
Is he really?
Hardest working guy. I'll never forget that you said that.
Well, Randy is skiing.
Yeah, of course he's skiing.
Anyways, I was gonna say, double top is happening right now on the daily chart on Chevron. There's a lot moving here today, and someone just said in the chat like we should drive across the border to buy gas. People that live at the border absolutely do that. I actually know somebody out west who does that.
Not in the last 2 years.
Well, maybe not like COVID, not now, maybe, but we're not that close to the border that would make any sense. I'm just saying.
Just over here to Instagram, if you want to follow me at Trader TV, Sean again on Instagram. I got to give a big shout out to Mike out here who hooked. I'm going to pay the dude, but he hooked me up with these Jordans today. So if we go here, look, drip, drip, drip. Check out this video if you want to see it. Hold on a second. I should have fast forwarded to the part where I actually show the shoes, but thank you so much, Mike, for this. It's on Instagram. We'll put the thing in there right here. Here's the Air Jordans. They came out and kaboom, we opened them up. All right, this is off anticlimactic here. And then here are the shoes. Right now, the Retro 11 Jordans. Thank you so much, Mike. Those are pretty hot fire. We will be wearing those. And then right now, we've got on, the Air Force Ones right now. So, that's what's going on. That's what's good right there. So we will be putting on the Air Jordans. But part of me feels like I should put these up on a wall somewhere because I just looked on StockX, man. Those things are hot fire over there. But we're not scalping shoes, guys. We'll wear those. So, I can't trade everything. I'm trading NFTs.
Oh, I got to take
By the way, I have a #1 serial NFT, guys. DeMar DeRozan. If you guys like that, I have the #1
Sleeper
serial
MVP
on that
candidate.
one, guys. Yeah, if he wins... Wow.
He's not going to win.
I have a fresh thread.
He's not going to win.
On that, the #1 serial on NBA Top Shots. Your boy has it. I was debating putting it for sale, but I think we'll just hold on to that NFT.
We'll do
it
that.
probably goes to zero, but there it is.
Look, our hockey one's not a Leafs jersey, but that's
shots.
kind of a Raptors jersey when we do that one. I should mention a parabolic candle on any here, and that's close enough to 50. I'm going to take that one out. Anytime I see a move like that, it's a little bit lower volume than the last breakout, but still a legitimate move. I'm going to take the profit and run here. Don't want everyone broke taking it. Power hour is about to start. And, yeah, Snapchat 40 is about to be.
Is that where it is?
Well, okay, well, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Wow,
but
no.
39.5 is the new high of the day.
That's close enough.
Maybe I'm not getting ahead of myself. The only saving grace is, as Snapchat just made a ho-hum $1.10 move on this little bounce, Pinterest is still, and it keeps on doing this, right? Like, it's consolidating. So every single time this happens where it consolidates, when Snap or Facebook go crazy, I keep thinking it's pretty good. Why bother trying to short in Snapchat when you can just sit in it gently in pins? And if it takes out the high, I'm out. And if you get the actual rollover, like if this pulls back on Snapchat, well, pins is probably going to go down anyway. So it's just been a safer way to calmly play these levels. Still might not work, and maybe Snap's a better trade, but I'd be waiting for the $40 level on Snap anyways.
I'm putting an offer at 307.97 right now. Look at this, guys. Here's the DeMar DeRozan. There's 11111 of these, so there's 11,000 of these. This is the number one. It's probably worth like $7 or $8 grand right now. But here it is right here, the DeMar DeRozan. If you guys, like, unbelievable that we hit this. It's crazy that we got this. Like, I could not believe I've never opened up anything even close to like this. So this is DeMar DeRozan. This is a pretty sweet one, guys. Right now, just the basic one is like $30, but this is the number one right there, Top Shot, DeMar DeRozan. So I'm excited to have it, and I hope it's worth something one day, but well, it's worth something right now. Okay, here goes Palantir, right up to the upside, guys. Yeah, let's go. We're waiting for this. Oh, let's go Softy, by the way. Let's go Softy. Softy right now near the high of the day. As we're getting ready to rock and roll, we will take a piece out here at 308 if it goes. Look what we've given you today, guys. 2 for 2 right now. Wow, we gave you the Facebook short, which was $2 winner. Hit the alarm because now upside Microsoft, upside Palantir, upside Brendan. What up?
We're just going to bring this to everyone's attention. Sean, you were talking about the gas prices here in Ontario. Mono County in California. Yeah, they have us beat. Only just, but 609 there for regular currently, guys. Mono County in California.
That ain't right.
I mean, I don't feel better. Like
That ain't right.
Yeah,
The problem is with here is like, at least in California,
crack prices.
you know, you ride your bike to work, you do stuff like that. You ain't riding no bike to work right now
Aren't
in
you
Toronto?
though? I know somebody who rides their bike to work, even in the winter, because he's a beast like that. Gregory.
Every day?
Okay, maybe not every day.
But Greg doesn't own a car.
I'm going to point a few things out here. One, I did get out of any, but this is not the reason I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up
Look at
because
Softy, by the way.
There's 200,000 on the offer at 339. It's enough of a parabolic move and enough of a consolidation that I'm going to take a shot at it short in front of that level. But if I can get it, is this SSR? Maybe it is SSR. Oh yeah, it is. I think it's SSR because of yesterday. So yeah, I had to actually sit on the offer there. I thought I'd hit the bid, but you have to actually get the uptick. So I just got filled there at 34 when it came back through. So I'm taking the shot. If I see that size go, it's at 339. I'm just going to get out on the size at 339. Well, I mean, the high of the day is at 41, but the seller for a couple 100,000 is at 339. So I'm going to get out. Like I said, I got out in front of it already. I'm just looking to play short off this. Even if it retraces to 325, that risk reward's pretty solid. But I want to make sure I'm looking at that level too. If that seller's gone, I want to get out of the trade. And if the seller brings it down, I want to cancel bids. Like by bring it down, I mean they're sitting at 39. If that same offer were to go from 39 down to say like 35 or something, I would cancel any bids I have and try to get more profit as that order trails it down, potentially.
What a good day. What a good day it is today for some of these plays, as we are not even going to have a red name on our account today. So we will go WTF to that today. Thanks for Rolling Records. You just put in there, how does he do it? 7 for 7. And I think you had those trades with me, Rolling, so that's a good one. I mean, these Microsoft trades, again, oh, sorry, that's Palantir. We just took some more out here on Palantir. Palantir's a new name. We actually have more than 7 names today. Ford, Facebook, Microsoft, Palantir, Roblox, Snapchat. No, that's right. And there we go. So Palantir to the upside. And then here's Softy. Now 77 cents in the money. Buy, buy, buy. And again, it's just like, when you're a bull and you go long and the market goes up, this is what can happen. And it's straight up to the upside right now for Microsoft. So, wow! Woohoo! Let's go. Yeah, my kids want to play Super Mario like every single day. Right now, Mario Kart, sorry, every single day. But there it goes right to the upside. Now $1 in the money. We're $1 in the money on our punch right there. On our first trade, we are 306.70 right now. So we're $1.50 in the money on the first bit. Then we punched that, and this is the one I was nervous about. Remember, I was like, I don't know if I wanted that. But we analyzed it. We said we'd hold on to this one, and then now it's cash money on that side of things. Now $1 in the money on that. Yeah, we are a little bit of beast mode right here today. There you go, rolling records. There it is. You bet. Good, man. Nice, nice. We're definitely happy with that one. I still can't believe we got out of our Roblox. Really happy for anybody. And I know, Neil, you were long square. I mean, we all have these trades today, but I'm happy on this play. Look at Square just taking off right now. Beast mode is Square right now today, as that just keeps on climbing to the high side right now. So that's moving around. But wow, good move there for Square. We can check back on PayPal. Let's just hope that Palantir wants to join the party as well at some point, as that's in the money. Nice, a 126 print. Not as aggressive as Square here, PayPal, but let's go, PLTR. Now up to 03s, we just touched 03 there. Let's put an offer if we can get that one. The market is rocking and rolling with the NASDAQ now touching 2, guys.
Yeah, I just got my first out on any, but I hit a key, but I'm watching this 40 level or potential 40 level on Snap. It just made another move, 39.74, so it's getting really close to that 40 even. I don't know if there'll actually be any size on the level, but the way that it traded this morning off of the 37 high, sorry, check that. It was a 37 high. The first time it tested 37, there was a monster level there. It's actually the same thing or similar thing at the second time through, nowhere near as big. But the first time it got to 37, it was huge size on the offer. If I see anything like that at 40, I definitely want to go short in front of it. You certainly can look at a breakout as well if it gets to that price. Brendo?
Tenya, guys, back to the upside here. This was a little while ago, but TGNA, Standard General, according to Bloomberg, interested in buying this TGNA. You can tell where that came out, about 12:30 or so. But back to the upside here, some volume coming back in for this one.
Oh, that size did come down. Oh, he's chasing it.
Okay, what size? Snapchat?
No.
Oh, I didn't even look at Snapchat up there. I know Neil was just talking about it. Apparently there was some size.
No, it's on any. I will still watch.
Oh, it's on ANY. Okay. Snapchat anyways, right at that level. Microsoft still rocking. There goes Palantir. Let's go. Did we get our 03s? There it is right there. As we bust through 03, well, try to bust through 03. Lots of volume getting printed there. What's up to Henry? What's up to everybody? Loving this right now. You want to bang. You got it. You guys want this. Bang right there. I mean, what a great trade it was today for Facebook, though. I mean, I'm still on one on this. This was like just absolutely incredible. Like, come back from the walk to know that 230 held. Wow. That's boom, boom, boom. And then that's $10, man, right there. That's the $10 print. And then there's the short, and then there's the out of the short again. So make that money. $3 there, flat there, a couple pennies here and there. Then the long explodes to the north side. Yeah, pretty happy today with what we are seeing. But we can find some more trades. So why don't we do that a little bit right now? Brendan brought us Fisker earlier about the ocean. So let's take a quick look on that one. It wasn't really at any key levels. So maybe we'll just have a quick look here at Fisker. Again, this is the 1 minute chart here for FSR. You can see it's kind of just like pretty much flatlining right now. So I don't. I guess that Fisker news not big enough to move, or the ocean not big enough there. I think it was November, Brendan mentioned. So you got 10 more months or so until the Fisker ocean. I guess, Brendan, was that it just rolls out then, or they're demonstrating it at some show, I believe. You're right.
A conference in November.
Okay, so Brendan, you guys couldn't hear that probably, but debuting at a conference in November. So that, I don't know when production.
That's like that's far
That's
away.
just like just a showcase. So we'll see what happens there. But Fisker, hey man, I like it. It's one of the only, like, I'm involved in GM, Ford, Tesla. You know, again, I've been buying those for a very long time. My most recent EV was Fisker, but not at these levels. Like, I'm long 16, 17 bucks here on Fisker. So we'll probably try to average in a little bit on those ones.
Of course it happens. So that offer that was at 39 came down to 330, got 80% of the order filled. When it was down that small, I then punched. I'm like, I don't want it to break back out. And the second I hit, it actually went another leg to the downside. So it looks like it didn't break after all. It went down to about 30,000 shares left. Once it was 30,000, I managed to hold. What is for now holding up at that top? Snapchat, which we're going to get to in a quick second, at 39.80 Snapchat. So it's about at that, getting very, very close to that $40 level. I don't see anything. I see about like 20,000 shares on one gateway at 40. That's not a ton of size, but you never really know what's going to be up there when it gets to that price. Snapchat from 34 to 37, breaking out 38. Now you're going to see $40, up 62%. Not some 1.5 million float, micro cap stock. Snapchat up 62%. I haven't seen anything this crazy in quite some time. I'm not sure I've seen anything trade the way that it traded at the open ever. Yeah, Snapchat, here we are, $40 coming pretty quickly here. I will take a shot trying to scalp it in front of that offer, but it has to get, of course. Every time I
get that short, I was literally
every
on
time,
the offer.
It got to 84. If it got like 5 pennies higher, I would have been into it. I just gotta take something now.
Who cares about the price, bro? I'm already short right now into this.
You should always care.
No, I do, but like you said, this is crazy. Like this thing could go right now to 39 flat. Right now, it could do that. So we'll see here. We are short now 78 on that one. Oh, and I did want to give a big shout out here to Eric, who he made $200 on that play there right here, Eric. Where was it? Right here. There it is, right there, Eric. I made $200 off that MSFT trade. Thank you. Hey, man, no problem. Thank you for that as well, Eric. So good call there for you on that. Okay, now we are reloaded right there. I'm only giving this to $40, man. So if this breaks,
literally
here it goes right now. If this goes back up to 40, I'm crossing up 40 cents. Because I missed it every single time I've done that on Snapchat. So now we are short Snapchat. $1.20 though in the money as Microsoft's still taking out tops here. But let's go. And also there goes Palantir. Now I thought it was touching 05. We might have got an 05 fill there. No, we didn't. It only went to 04. But right now, Neil, I'm in this name, Snapchat. My average price 79. We didn't wait, but we do have a decent amount of shares. So let's wait to see here what happens with Snapchat. Bid 39, I'm just going to bid right where this was, 39.50 first area, which should come right now. And then we'll look at this 50 period again for Snapchat. But look, short, nicely done. And then now we'll wait for that to come through. Snapchat, just to top off the day, man, what a day we've been having.
Yeah, if it gets to 90, then that's going to be my last ad on this stock. So I want to make sure I get a decent price, and that'll give me somewhere in the mid 80s, risk about 20 pennies, and that way, it only has to go back to here. And then all of a sudden you get like a 3-to-1 style trade if you average all the way out. So, I like that notion here, maybe even 2-to-1 on a horrible move. But remember, if 40 breaks, let's just get out of here. You could have easily missed that stop at $38 actually this morning. Was pretty crazy, and you had to cross up pretty far. So I'm like you, I'm being aggressive. Not a market order, but it might as well be as far as we're going to end up crossing.
I don't even have a market order set.
Well, that's the thing. I
really, and we can talk about this. I really don't have a market key set.
I don't think I do either. I should.
I don't have it.
I should have one, but I don't use them.
Oh!
I use aggressive limit orders, but you should have one set up. I should.
Let's go. As apes are in control right now of Softy, we don't talk about Bruno, but we do a bang right here as we go to the upside right now for Softy, $1.50 in the money now, and realistically, it's $2 from when we started this position, but we did average into it. Now we go up to the upside. Yes, sir. Cash rules everything around me, Neil.
40 just broke.
Oh, there it goes. Cream, get your money. There it is. Dollar bills, y'all. So there we go. As we go to the upside. Yeah, Snapchat broke our hearts. Boo-hoo, Snapchat. All the way up to the upside there as it does take out 40. And now it's trying to go again through 40 one more time. It's having a little bit of a problem here. Maybe we go short. I don't want to go short again, though. That's the problem. Well, there it goes. Yeah, maybe,
I just did. Look.
Yeah, maybe
I'm going to take.
It is.
If I think it was good enough for one short and I see a wick up like that, I'm pretty much almost always going to take it again because it's the same principle, right? You have to ignore the fact that you just lost and say, does the same thing still apply when it has one wick up that stopped people out? If it can take out the high again, fair enough, and we'll take 2 hits on it instead of 1. But if that just trapped and just relieved pressure, then I want to jump back into it. The longer it consolidates here, however, that does mean a lot of people are having a chance to get out. So if you were trapped in a long, realistically, you could have gotten it like 8 times over. So you want to snap back, pun intended, a little bit faster than it's doing. I'm not going to change any of the targets. I mean, I was short 90 before, like 85 before. I just happened to be short 97 this time because I just jammed when it hit back down through 40 again. But the stop is now at the high of the day. 40 doesn't really matter anymore.
Tim, you like chicken, right, Tim? Then how about this? It's a chicken dinner winner right now for you all. As we get ready to rock and roll right now, chicken dinner winner, a Palantir up to 13.05 right now. I'm just doing this. Tim's a new member, so I'm going to introduce some of these things to him as he gets ready to rock and roll and see what we're doing. There it goes to the upside. We just took an 05 out. It's only 10 cents, but you can buy some nice little, you get the wings, you get the thighs, you get that nice little KFC bucket going on. Maybe try some Popeyes as well. But there it is, Palantir to the upside. Paying for that dinner tonight, guys. Nice move here. Microsoft paying for more than that as we make that move to the upside right here on Microsoft. Let's see. It just turned around there at 309. I don't know, there's really nothing there. If this was 309, then maybe I'd be looking at this a little more serious, but the NASDAQ is up that 2.1 right now and rocking, so I feel like, I don't want to. Again, we are staring gift horses in the mouth, but it's not a gift horse when this is the plan. So let's wait to see here, 308.80, 309. Maybe we just get this out and then we don't have to worry about the NASDAQ coming back in today. It looks like that reload on Snapchat though, Neil. I'm still trying to hold out as well.
I got one target out, and then it immediately broke to the upside. So look, if it happens twice, I'm going to always try the long and look to where it couldn't break before. And it couldn't just break 85
what a mess.
Now. And I was on the bid at 85. It hit it and then slammed back to the upside. So the way I see it, inside of this range, it's in the midst of a breakout, so I'm going to play with it. The market's also going. I gave it 2 shots at the short. It's time to just admit that it was an opportunity for the long. It did work this morning doing that same style of trade on the long, but it really only gave you $1. So I kind of feel like maybe it'll be the same sort of thing here. It is trying hard to get upside. I just got to 26s and turned. But if I'm giving it to 85, right, like I'm now risking 35 points, or 35 cents. So I want to make sure I'm getting out at least up until like that 50 level. That's where I want to be getting shares out. And then if it gets to 41, that'll be fine. But very similar to the break at 37 this morning.
What a mess, bro. But not for this.
Fun.
Bang! Again, Snapchat, there we go. Money, money, money. Ring that to the downside as we were able to hold on to the short. But wow, this is just like almost impossible to trade this name. But there it is. Another one there short. So we make that money back. Let's see where Snapchat goes. But I mean, I'm with Neil on this. This is just hard. Like, you get yourself convinced of one way and then it goes the other. So we just reloaded right there on that level. $40.15. The reload comes through, and now we go to the downside. 30, 40, 50 cents. Now, where's our target? The same as before. Let's just wait for this. 39.50. We'll wait to see if that's going to be the key right there. If it comes down, we'll do that. But right now, man, we are definitely cooking with gas here today as we're at 308.50. right now. So we'll wait to see if that comes through. No real targets for Microsoft. If the market comes back in, great. Maybe we'll just take it out at this, 307.75, I don't know, 308 drop, something like that. But so far, so good here as Snapchat makes a move back to the overside. We're going to get out if it takes out 40.20. Other than that, man, we're going to hold for Mr. 50 period. What is that 50 period anyways? 39.50.
So I got in and out of Snapchat a few times here. Again, someone's like, yeah, it's not your damn Snap. Last time it's worked absolutely perfectly off the top. I got no issues with it. The way I'm going to play it is I'm going to play the setup. And I don't care in the day whether it wins or loses. I care about whether it makes sense to do it going in the future. And the way I see it, that break in that situation, retesting that high, it's a good shot. Like, you're risking 35 points. If it goes, you're going to make 100. Make a full buck. It'll be 2 or 1 to 3 to 1. So if it wins less than 50% of the time, more than 35%, then you're going to be positive on the trade. It's just about making sure you take positive expectancy trades every single time. My Unity's down, by the way. And people are referencing Square. The stock that it's not my day on is Square. And there's just no, and I'll tell you the reason why. Like, I harped about volatility this morning, saying, actually, in my opening rant was give things more room, allow the spread to open up on you a little bit, and then hold longer. And then I went ahead and put a $100 stop on a Square long, right? Like exactly where everybody else has their stops, so that I made the bottom wick, got in and out in like 2 seconds, and it was complete laziness, right? Like I was trading 4 or 5 names at the time, and I had a level 2 up, got into the position, threw the stop, and then wasn't watching it. I just put it out of my mind. I'm like, I know I like this long. My stop is in there. I don't have to watch the position. But really, this is one that you had to give some room. The upside was tremendous. And when the upside is this big, and I'm going to show you the range. When the upside, this is the move yesterday in Square just in the afternoon, 100 to 107. It's touching 100 again in the morning. Your upside is back to 107. If you're trying to capture a $7 move, you can't have a 25-cent stop. I knew it. I said it. I did it. So here's the thing. That will bother me 100 times more than anything I lose on Snapchat where I followed my plan. If I follow my plan and lose, I don't care. If I do not follow my plan, then I'm going to be pissed off even if I win. That's what trading is all about. If I make a keystroke error, I get mad. If I make a keystroke and win, who cares, man? Like, that's useless. That's not going to pay you in the long run. It's going to cost you money in the long run. So really, it's more about following your process. If you ever play poker with me, you'll know if I make a bad read, it's just like that's going to eat at me. If somebody wins and they got lucky, good for them. If I win and I suck out, I'm not going to be that excited about it. I know some people will be. It's just not in my DNA.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing that I had with Roblox, right? I mean, it's like, I'm pissed off that we got out at $60. Like, what are you going to do on that one? And there's Microsoft. So we will, again, like Neil, trust the process. And that's exactly what we do. There's the 50 period right there on Microsoft. We take it out for the dollar. We give up $2 there. We give up $1 to take it out right there. So that's out right there. And then look, man, just like Neil said, we trust the process with Snapchat. Take the short. This is all we're doing today, guys. Shorts, short. That's it. Only short today, right? So there it is again, Snapchat. Let's just see how far. We're actually waiting right here at 50. I think it was at 50. Yeah, 50. I got to cancel. It's 57. I put a bid there. We'll wait for 57. So if it comes down here to 57, I don't know why we put that there, but that's going to be our first, not our first leg. We've just taken some legs out right there. It was basically just volatile up here. We didn't really win that much. I mean, if it continues, there it goes. Look at that. If it I was going to say, if it continues to tank, then we would get out. But there it is, right? Not mad. That's the process. Just like Neil said, we take a little bit of a loss there on that move. And yeah, we were waiting for that price. It didn't come through. Snapchat just took off near the top side there, you know, and that's it. So there it is. Like the Philadelphia 76ers.
This has to be a short.
Trust the process on this one, guys. And if you did that today, then I think you'd be pretty good here. So let's wait to see what Snapchat does. Cannot believe this thing is along today, but up 64% doesn't seem like it's enough, right? So maybe we'll go up 74% now on Snapchat. Oh, someone just followed it down, and then he just got hit as well. So I don't know, man. Were we going to find out that Kathy was in here buying or what? We're small long because we took this out. So now we're small long up here because that was that part. But let's wait to see what happens now with Snapchat. Wow. Just crazy.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I don't even see a trade up here right now on Snapchat. So I'm looking at my other Snapchat chart because I wanted to talk about Bill, but I'm not even seeing a trade right now that I can make. It would almost have to go parabolic again and find a level. But, oh goodness, like, I have like a rule, and it's not really a rule, it's just an observation, that if I have a setup that goes against a position that Arun has actually had on, this happened the week you were gone, like, even if it was like, oh, that looks good, it looks absolutely fine, I should take this every single time. It just wouldn't work if Arun was in the long position. And then that happened on Bill today. It actually wasn't bad. I got a bit greedy the first time I shorted it, and the second time I shorted it, I got even more greedy. So you will notice I got stopped out on what could have been a pretty decent trade. Like, it was 225 to 20s, and then it was up to 26, back into 22. Like, I should have been pretty happy taking that, but I thought it was going down into VWAP. Now it's trying to break this consolidation at 240. It's up so much right now, and with the market, I'm going to show you what's going on in the NASDAQ, and with the NASDAQ basically getting right back to morning highs and reversing, like if we turn around in the NASDAQ, you can't tell me, ES is doing a similar thing here, that this, which is making another strong move through the high of the day, if it fails this break, it's not going to be a breakdown trade. So I'll be probably taking a shot here in Bill. Who knows? Maybe Arun's out of it for the 30 whatever dollar winner it is. Or he's probably, what? He's still in it. He's still in it. I think he's probably taking the closing print or something like that. But I just kind of feel like this consolidation up here, that's $2, not even $2 in this range. And VWAP is what? $16 away. First consolidation is like $4 away. This stock is insane. It's credit to to snaking this long. And actually, Arun went through the process of how he found this stock, by the way, in the pre-market. It's a good listen. You should watch back the midday show after and check it out. But yeah, Bill, it's a huge runner. I just think if it breaks down from here, I'm going to be taking a shot at it. It's a couple of dollars worth of risk to make. I mean, if it does any kind of a move down, you got to think there's somebody taking profit.
Yeah, for sure. Just reading the chat here, if there's anything you guys want us to look at, man. I mean, this has been a good day for sure here, and hopefully you're liking it. If you are able to, guys, please hit the like button. We have 500 likes, so come on. There's over 4,000, well, 3,700 people watching. Hit the like button. We're long right now on Snapchat, so finally we went long. We'll just wait, like, it just went up to 60 twice and we didn't take it. I'm waiting to see, man. Maybe we do test that 50 level. Here we go. Up to 40.50 right now. See if we can climb. We just took out that 50. See if we can hold higher. Here we go. Here we go, Snapchat. We're waiting in the 70s. Ooh, we were waiting at 76 there. Went to 66. We'll see if it can just keep on going to the north side right now. Okay, it's starting to build up. We'll see here as, wow, Snapchat. Was it want to get the 100 today? Up 65% right now. Palantir, we've been massaging. This has been a good one. Out. So 324 right now. So a little bit of time to go here. We do have the closing imbalances, so we're going to watch that. Thank you so much for smashing the like, you guys, there on the chat. Now up to 750. That is nice, man. Facebook, let's just have a quick look at that. What's Microsoft doing, by the way, as we got out? Yeah, see, we got out right there on Microsoft, but still. Nicely done there. If anyone's able to hold that, good, because it's going back up to the upside here. As the futures, guys, they're the ones that bounced. So futures bouncing there. We could see what Facebook is doing as well. 230. So Facebook not doing much. Obviously, from that short, we got out right there. That's exactly where it is right now. So if you are interested in Facebook, I'm actually thinking it may drop down from here. We'll check out what the market imbalance is going to be, and you're going to keep hearing us say that.
What just happened?
Right now, I'm going to actually, so I don't forget about this, I'm going to make sure we got that rid for ARCA. You could see these are all 930s or some random ones, some random things coming in here, but this will update at 350. Then you'll get buys and sells. Don't look at this now, other than what it's worth, but at 350, this will all populate, and you'll see some big names in here. So let's get ready to rock and roll for that one up. I'm assuming Snapchat could be pretty spicy in there.
So I don't see anything. I see you in there in the chat there, Trader Prad, that Activision is squozing. I don't see anything happening, although I do remember for like 3 days in a row, NUANs had buy imbalances. They're being bought by Microsoft. And I forget when that deal closes. Activision had a spike 2 days ago at when the imbalances came out, and then immediately reversed. The difference today is Activision had earnings this morning. I mean, again, the spread is so big because the risk that the deal doesn't go through is essentially being priced into the stock. If you put 79, it's changed now, at about 60% chance that it goes through. And most analysts overall have it at about 80%. So the disparity between what people who cover this stuff for a living think the chances are of this deal happening and what it's being priced in is rather large. So it's going to be prone to squeezes to the upside like this, right? So anytime it consolidates, there's definitely some risk that you get this push into the upside because you had that wide range between expectations. People think that they can capture that gain. So it's a $90 deal. It's trading at $80 here. I might take a shot at fading it at some point because it's pulled back every time it's done this in the afternoon. But I want it to calm down a little bit. Prad, don't do anything crazy. There is no news on this.
Yeah, no, and I think part of the problem, too, is that if Microsoft didn't make that play, man, that thing would be a hell of a lot lower. So if they ever pulled it away, then I think that you would come into it. We're going to get out if Snapchat breaks, by the way, 40. So we're just watching this right now. As I said, we test the long there. I didn't even take, like, I had 30-cent profit, so we didn't take it. So there it is. So I was going to say, there goes a 30-cent loss. So there it is. We're out of that one as it takes out 40. No idea. It's probably the short now, but Snapchat just pretty tricky there the last little bit as it looked like it wanted to go. Like I said, there's that 65s, right? We're along at, what, 20s or something? So we did have the profit, and we didn't take it, so boo on me for that. We are almost out. We literally have 10% left now of our Palantir trade. We actually was able to get an 08 there on a spike. That's part of the reason why you put out orders. Sometimes you never know if they're going to get filled. What's up, Bren?
A little one, VNDA, just popping back up to the top side here. $12, I guess, was day highs. This one was down huge in the pre-market here off of trial results, drug trial results that were not good. Still 18.25%, but trying to get above $12, guys, for VNDA.
This would be, If this had triggered me into Bill and it actually hadn't broken this consolidation, I'd be like, what the heck is going on? But Bill did break that consolidation down here at 39. That's why I'm short at 38.83. And then, of course, like right after I get in, there's this crazy dark pool wick down to 230. Trust me, if it had actually traded down here, I would be out. So anyways, sometimes you get these crazy dark pool wicks and it doesn't actually mean anything. It looks like Snap is trying to make a bit of a rollover here. Back down through that 30 level. And as I note that, you're seeing Facebook kind of pull back. The other name, which hopefully hasn't gone yet, Pinterest is still above that 27. It's got a wick off top. I'm going to go right back to the wall. Every single time I see that move, if I get a good price on Pinterest, I don't know if I can. It would have to be 27.40 or so. I will take a shot at it. There's still about a half an hour to go in the day, but 20 minutes till the imbalances, which... Let's just say I probably would not want to be involved in unless you're in the money on Snapchat or Facebook or Pinterest or any one of those names. I don't know how heavily involved I want to be. If you're at the money, you're out of the money. I think the risk is that you might miss a stop that you have in there because it gets blown out when an imbalance comes out. You just never really know. It's been such a ridiculously volatile day that you don't want to get chopped up at 350. If you're deep in the money, it's a different story. We've sort of talked about this previously because then you can have a relatively tight stop. If you get slipped, it's not the end of the world. But could be some fireworks. You never know. I'm trying to get some pins, but it's got to be closer to that 50 level if I'm going to test that top. I got into Bill. High of the day is going to be the out. And I will go back to have a quick look at what was running earlier in the session. We talked about the, oh goodness, where are you? Any. It was probably, we'll see. I mean, there we go. It was probably the wrong decision to get out on that size offer. But then the only reason I wasn't taking this short because it was at 350. I was taking this short because it was a gigantic offer at 339. So when that order was getting filled at 330, that was my reason for getting in, so that I ended up taking it out. And that's sort of what I mean by trusting the process. If this breaks and all of a sudden it continues the bullish trend, and then I don't have, where's my out? High of the day, that's random. That's giving it to 350. Suddenly you're risking twice as much as you want. So you got to stick to the rules there. Ultimately, it's a bit of a pullback, but still very strong. Holding above $3, Any's in a multi-day break, and we opened up the show sort of someone asking about, I think it was XL Fleet. And this is, look how strong Any is going into the close because it's broken out of the range, right? Like XL hasn't done that. So make sure when you're getting greedy on something, it's actually breaking out and not just making a small move up.
Yeah, Chewy. Someone brought up Chewy before. We used to have these cool graphics as well for stocks. They're not on here, but we'll get those back on our board in a minute, but not a minute, but later on. Chewy right now, 15% to the north side today, taking out that 50. So, wow, good move up. I don't know, Brendan, did we miss an earnings report on Chewy or something? But up 15% here today and just climbing. But right now it just took that out. So maybe we are getting ready to go to the backside right now. A break downside of 50. We're going to go short on Chewy. Although the momentum, I mean, is this another Snapchat? You're up 14% off of that 50-50 level right there. The real short should have been like 50-20 for Chewy. But here we go. Brendan has something probably.
Yeah, not seeing anything. March 28th earnings for Chewy, guys. So heads up on that. EVLV going crazy right now. Big time volume coming into this one. Apparently the CEO on Fox Business currently. So EVLV going.
Okay, getting that type of a bump. So I did finally get into pins. I said I'd try to be a little bit more patient with it, let it come to me a little bit. As I still see, we're below 40 on Snapchat, so get a little bit of a spike. There was a wick off top through 27.50, so that was a failed break. See that volume spike up there? Wick off top, volume comes back down, catch the consolidation short. Again, it's just the setup, man. Like that's just, you go with that well every single time. The only other position I have is Bill. It's starting to try to roll over again. Now, the only place that I would consider a first target is right in this 36 to 37 range. Otherwise, time is a clear factor. Sean and I have to be flat at the end of the day when we're day trading. No positions.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. We got to be flat at the end of the day. So I do have to work against time on this position. It's still solid 1-to-1 if I get 36. My intention is to try and let this fall a little bit further back in to that downside. I don't know where the imbalances are going to come on it, but there isn't. Okay, there's one name stronger, obviously percentage-wise, that stands out today, Snapchat. But I kind of feel like this is probably the strongest name in the market today, Bill. If you look at it in more normal terms, there's nothing normal about what Snapchat has done. Like I said, I don't know. I don't actually know if I've seen anything trade the way Snapchat did. Like, just the last 2 days are pretty unique.
Oh, man. Yeah. Down 25% yesterday, up 70% today, or whatever the heck it is right now. Okay, so the only position I have on is Palantir, so it's a little bit boring for sure for right now. But, I mean, I've already traded all the names I'm looking to trade today, and it's just, I don't know, into the close. Let's try to see if we can find something else. Maybe Facebook takes this level out. I mean, we're above the 50 period right now. What is this, 240.60 right there? You know, a good little high. You can look at that, you know, on a level to break. But again, it's just too choppy right now. If there was like more momentum like this to the upside, then maybe. But again, with the futures coming to a halt right here, just deciding what it wants to do. Do we want to take out the high of the day or not, right? So, I mean, Facebook obviously has a lot to it. So that could be a name that we're going to get spicy with. Obviously, Disney, Disney's not doing anything here. Pinterest up 12%. We've talked about that. Let's go over to AMC quickly here. Again, you know, sometimes if anyone's long AMC, I'll just hit this for you because there we go. Here comes the apes. Diamond's bigger than your head. Yeah, look at this. Wow, you guys are right, man. That was a great break of AMC. Look at this is the kind of momentum, right? Like when you see that break off of this, then you kind of like expect something like this to happen. But just crazy. It just touched the 50 period. Look at AMC starting to go now. Yeah, the highest spot has been at all day right now. Upside for AMC here. A nice move. We can have a look here. Wow, that is a good move. Maybe it is time to buy some AMC down here near this 14 level. We've bounced off this 1450 area right there numerous times. Yesterday we bounced off of it. We bounced off of it a couple times here today as well. But yeah, so far so good on that one. If you're long AMC, I'd look at this area. I mean, I know if you're long, you're waiting for more. But if you're day trading, there's only 20 minutes left. I mean, I'm thinking like into here is pretty good. 16 takes them out. And then if you're lucky enough to get some of these wicks, like 1630 maybe, 1620. So into here for AMC is something that we like. And then we do have, oh my God.
Oh my God.
We have a new position right now, and that is Mr. Chewy. So yeah, we are now short Chewy right now, 49.96. So in the money a little bit. Target like 49.50 always. These kind of targets downside for Chewy. So hey, can we add another one? Can we add another one to the board and just spin this one last time for you? I mean, it's in the money right now. If you want 30 cents, you can get it. But right now we'll see what happens to Chewy. We're looking for more.
So we had this notion, and again, here's the thing: like you guys saw the hit on Snap in both directions, but the setup came on Bill, so we just took it, right? It breaks at 39. It does roll over. We just got first target in front of 36, so we'll get to $2.50 that way. Now I want to let this ride, but obviously. You look at this consolidation around 30. It's probably a pretty obvious place to probably stick it in and just take $7 or $8 on the rest of the trade. And then look, this looks really good as a trade. And then you zoom out. Like, you know when people say, like, watch the scaling on a chart when people are trying to deceive you. It's like, oh, that's still a pretty solid trade. Well, wait a minute. It doesn't look quite as, oh, wait, look at the stock. And then you pull back to yesterday. Bill was $170 at the close yesterday. So that nice little retracement trade. And again, it just goes to show, like, find setups and find styles of trade. Like, it is very different, you know, different styles. You get to see a rune, catch a bit at the bottom, see no reason to get out. But when you're playing a trend reversal style, you are looking for something where your risk is manageable at the top and then a comparable win. There is no way you're going to catch a short like this and it's going to give you a $30 or $40 winner that a rune has. It's just not going to happen. The only way that's actually happening is if the reason the stock went up in the first place is it was a nothing stock. Right? Like no earnings, nothing, just a pure squeeze. It halted. It was a small cap. Those will retrace the entire way. This is not retracing the entire way. That is never going to happen. So you've got to have reasonable price targets that might seem really big, but it's really not that much. If it gets $7 or $8, I'll be really happy with this trade. And guess what just broke the high of the day again? Yeah, well, sorry, it didn't just yet. Pinterest almost at the high of the day. I almost got ahead of myself there.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Chewy's just dipped down to 65 right now. So, Yeah, I mean, we are, again, playing this trend reversal trade that Neil was talking about. So we are trying to get out of this as well, back down here to 49.50. But, I mean, let's just see. If it takes 49.50, I mean, I'm not going to hold for 48. But, again, it's a 50 cents worth of risk. So we're just going 1-to-1 on this one. 50.50 is the high, and we're going against the trend here. So we'll see if we can get that. If we lose 50 cents on this name, we lose 50 cents. I mean, you don't put in big risk into names that, at least I don't anyways, that I'm not too familiar with. I don't know the last time we traded Chewy on this show. It might have been years ago, to be honest with you. I bought this name on IPO. I think it's probably close to its IPO price right now, although I think it was like 32 or 33. To be honest with you. And this name, if you want to see Chewy, where this name's come from, I mean, this is just one of those super inflated names off of COVID, right? So Chewy, I think, yeah, there it is, 120. It's high, 120, down to $50 right now. Chewy coming into play one more time as it's just been disastrous, but a nice little bottom there of 35. So more room to come on this name. What time is it? 3:39 right now. So we have about 11 minutes until we go. We can have a quick look here. I always think that we should short anytime we see some of these marijuana stocks to the upside. I feel like we should short them. So let's have a quick look here at CGC today, up that 4.3%. So yeah, I've often said you're better off asking for the stock certificate, smoking them, and then see if you get a high off that. But right now, this has just been burning accounts, man, all the way to the downside. It just keeps on going, like just nasty, nasty, nasty. Like this was just, I mean, even if you take this back here, in November, we were $14. So you're already chopped in half. Tilray looks no better. And again, this is not up, and I'm not selling these ever. So it's just none of these stocks seem to be working out right now. Look at this. Tilray, even worse on the daily chart, to the downside, down to $5. They crushed me because my Afria shares got turned in to some of these Tilray. That got squozed right there to the upside, Tilray. But right now, just look how sad this name is. Just absolutely disastrous. But again, if you go back far enough, you can always find something. And right there, $5 was the bottom back in September of 2021. This feels like Twitter, Intel, things like that, like things that haven't moved in a very long time. I guess if you ignore this and you're like, I'm just holding from here, then yeah, it's not so bad. You're flat. But it sucks for anyone that's bought any kind of these shares in the last 3 years. Marijuana, these names don't work. And part of it is the disappointment in the Democrats. It was supposed to be on their agenda, and I haven't heard one word about this.
Well, that's true. But, and there's a but here, I'm actually going to say something positive about Sundial. And it's only because of the point I was making about XL Fleet earlier. So I can't ignore the fact that, like, I look at Sundial breaking, if you mentioned cannabis, I'm just going to immediately look at Sundial and say, is it up today, and is there a chance for a short? But I mentioned that you have to want a breakout. Like, this is actually breaking a consolidation on Sundial today. This is like the first time, and it's holding it too, like the bottom end of this range. I know it's 40 cents to 50 cents, but beggars can't be choosers here, right? Like, you're actually getting a little bit of movement here. If this can sustain, now I'm not saying it's going to go to $1 or anything. You got to be reasonable here, but even getting back to the 65, 66 cent thing, I'd be very careful shorting this next week. Like, I'd pick my spots. I'd like it at 70 a heck of a lot more than I would like it at like 57 or 58 cents. So yeah, this is actually breaking the bottom end of the range today. It's also a 50 even break, which is psychological. So maybe there's something there for people that are bullish in this name. I think obviously you trade something like Sundial, but that's just me, to each their own, but not too bad. It is breaking out today. Brendo.
Speaking of, quick note on next week, guys, Friday, obviously, so nothing in the way of exciting earnings anyways today or even Monday before the open. But here's a few interesting things that are coming next week. Tyson Food is going to be next week. Hasbro. There's Take-Two we were talking about today. We'll report next week. We get Walt Disney. We get Pfizer. We get Twitter next week as well, and a few others, Harley-Davidson, Mattel, and so on. So still some interesting names, guys, to come for earnings next week.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Like, we still have some, like, we got all the big earnings through, but we still have some other interesting ones to get to. Pfizer's been in, okay, I was about to say Pfizer's been in a nice little upward trend, and then the second I pull up the stock, it actually has that little reversal on the candle, but that's always coincidental. But it's been in a tight range here lately. It's been trying to make a run this morning. but it just needs to go. And this is the thing, like it's almost like it's coiling up. It's been in a pullback. You see that 50 getting tested here at 55 even. So this is one that could be possibly a little bit more volatile than normal is what is the best way to think about it. I know that's kind of obvious the way everything has been trading lately, but sometimes these names, you get accustomed to having certain types of moves. We're going to have it the other way. Pfizer is very likely to put out outsized moves. When they report, it's going to be a tradable name, 100%. I don't think it's any stretch of the imagination. It's 343, and I did say that, Bill, I did not want to be stuck in this. Not about being stuck, it's in the money right now, but I didn't want to be caught in this if 350 hits and the imbalances come out. It's been entirely too strong. So I do want to, if I can get the next leg, if it breaks this 234, I can get out anywhere between 31, 32, somewhere in here. I have a bid in here now. I'll try to take it out if it flushes in the next couple of minutes. Otherwise, right before 350 hits, I'm going to put a trailing stop just to make sure I'm not getting out at the high of the day. I don't want to be getting out at the top. If it goes to the top, that's a waste of a good trade to allow it to end up a loser. So I'm going to put a tighter stop right before 350 just in case the worst happens. I did ring the Reggie on some shares of Pinterest. That's back down to 27.21. I'm going to get some more out in front of 27. And same thing, I'm going to tighten up my stop right before 350 on Pinterest as well, just in case. And of course, Snapchat, right? Like Snap actually starting to roll over here, but it's only at 39.50. However, if this breaks down, I feel like Pinterest is probably going to retake that 27 area as well. Ooh, Futures coming back. Yeah, Futures coming back right now. And once again, guys, you know, there it is. Let's not be too piggy here on Chewy. And there's another one. DJ Khaled there, Brad. Another one. Another one. Just hit right there, man. You know, we don't do this for free, if you know that song as well there, Brad. For free, DJ Khaled and Drake. Right there, 49.50 right now on that. So that's about as clean as it gets right there again. Boom, goes the dynamite. We noticed Chewy's up a little bit too much there. Breaks back down. There we go. Now we'll see if we can get some trades to the downside right now as the market somewhat collapsing here, making moves to the downside. So we'll see. Looks like those imbalances may come out the wrong way. Not the wrong way, but just downside here today, if that is the case. Out of Palantir. So there's our last bit. We now have 5% left on Palantir. So out, all the way. No problems. We do have that 5% left on that. We told you we had 10%. There's an out. So that's 5 left. We'll see what happens now. My target to get out, honestly, I'm not even going to let it become a loser. So we're going to get out right here if it breaks back down through 94. So we'll watch out for that. Brendan, something else?
Quick note on Tesla there, guys. Looks like they've stopped booking solar roof installs because they ran out of them. So if you remember, there was a recall on that part that they were trying to fix a few cars going back a couple of weeks. So a little bit of a down move there. So you can't apparently get your solar roof fixed for the time being.
Got 99 problems, and the roof is one.
Neil checks chart. Tesla still up 4%.
That's good news for Tesla. Yeah. They have too much demand. I mean, there's too much demand. They can't keep up. Elon will solve that problem. Yeah. I mean, Tesla is a monster, and it's going to continue to work.
The problem. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say the problem with Tesla. I know someone said in the chat that like we're not paying attention to it, and the problem with it is that I don't think there was a trade this afternoon unless you were going short off the top. I don't see it because if you tried to take a break, you're running right into yesterday's high. You're running into a double top from the start of the week here at 9:45. It's just a lot of overhead resistance to try and initiate. I tried catching the dip and then bungled it in here, and I just didn't love it at 900. Maybe there was a retest. 880's been that level. I don't know how we missed it this morning. That's been a good actionable level off the top. Otherwise, it's like 950. So a lot of times it can seem like a huge range, but if you can't structure the trade, or you're just not confident structuring the trade or finding something that works, then you got to be able to sit it out. Now we're seeing a double top lower high, and it seems obvious that you want to go into a short, but that's not always the easiest thing to go ahead and do. We've got 2 minutes until those imbalances come out. Come on, Pinterest, break that 27 already. Bill is starting to roll over a bit more. So what I can do is, if I'm going to have a trailing stop anyway, is like I'm going to be able to maybe cancel the bid as it tries to roll over. I'm going to put a trail just to make sure if it spikes back up, I don't want this getting back above that, like 236 area. So I'll put my trail in and then maybe give it some more room. John keeps saying it's going to go to 220. I see you, John Reinhardt, in the chat. that seems rather unlikely to me unless something crazy happens with the imbalances. I'm thinking that 30 area is pretty realistic. If it cracks through that and I have a trail, maybe I'll just keep moving it. But the trailing stop is a must at this point for me.
All right, the market's accelerating to the downside right now. And yeah, it's a good thing we have these shorts. So, I mean, that's what's working right now. Palantir, we've already identified that out. And basically, I'm just waiting now to see what does happen with these market on close orders because it's looking like it wants to go southbound. So we'll see if that's going to come out right now soon. Not right now, but in 2 minutes we will get that. It looks like it may come out a buy, but who knows what's going to happen right there as there. There goes Chewy, breaking now back down below 49.50. My target is honestly right back in here, 48.50, something like that. If the market collapses, this probably gives something back. It's up 13% on nothing as far as we know. So that's a name that we're going to watch out for here as Chewy coming back down to the downside. Palantir, we're almost out. I mean, one more print down and we're out. This breaks through 94. We're gone on that one. So we'll definitely watch to see what's happening there. Just looking to see if anything else is moving.
Snap just broke 39. That's
Microsoft,
really coming in.
Yeah, there it is. So we're out right now of that one. Microsoft, I guess things are starting to go down. So there's no doubt about that. There's shorts for Microsoft. We're not in it. Those are the longs, but it looks like the shorts printing through there. With only now 30 seconds left, we're in a 70-cent winner with Chewy, and we're going to wait to see what this prints out right now in the market. It looks like it's going to the downside, so let's call up the imbalance locator and get ready to watch this. And you'll see the name on here. We'll watch the levels, and then as it comes through, we'll identify it here, sorted already by volume. So just stay here because there's no point in going to Neil right now. We only have 10 seconds left, and then we'll show you what this is going to do. Right now, it's looking like I think the market wants to go down. So we'll just see here, as you can sort of see the market right here. We'll see what it wants to do. I don't know what it just did there. It looks like a bid. So it looks like it's not really. Microsoft kind of just floating around right now. AT&T, don't worry about this TIGR. I don't know what that is. There's nothing. Uber with a bid. We can see what Uber just did there. It doesn't look like it was too big here. Uber with a bid. Yeah, so moving up a little bit. I don't see anything else on here, man. Intel down to 48 right now. Oops, there it goes. What were they, a sell or a bid? Intel.
It always pairs, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyways, nothing really happening. Palantir is a sell, and that kind of moved to the upside there. So not much on the imbalance, but thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, I got trailed out of pins. Pins didn't come out as, it is a buy. It's 400,000 buy on Pinterest. So that's why I got trailed out of that one. I did not get trailed out of Bill, so that's still pretty solid. It's now 5 in the money. I'm still looking. I don't think it's not getting to that 220. John's like, when you cover near 220, just remember the name Reinhardt. Okay, maybe it does. Green Beret. If you're a Green Beret, thank you for your service, bro. That's impressive. But 230, I think it's a little bit more reasonable. We only have 8 minutes to go. Maybe it does something crazy in the aftermarket, but we can't take advantage of that. And someone said, it's impressive you guys trading, talking, following the chat. I'll let you know, like it doesn't happen one without the other, right? Like when Sean's talking a little bit there, I know that I can manage positions, I can maybe look at the chat there, and then vice versa. So a lot of teamwork goes into that to make it production for you. That's one of the reasons why there's actually 2 of us. Imagine trying to do the chat at the same time, like Prab was doing, right? Like trying to do the chat, trying to trade, and follow along. It's a little bit easier with an entire team. And then on top of that, we have Arun. Well, we have Arun as a resource for futures, but filling in for us. And then we have Brendan getting us news. So if breaking news happens, we have somebody who has our back as well. So believe me, it's a team effort goes into it. I hope 220 happens. I'm going to keep moving my trail a little bit tighter and tighter just in case, because at 355, sometimes you get those shocks in the market at 55 and 58 as this glides back into the downside here. I keep watching Snap, but Snap just held at 39. So Snapchat is crazy. Like I would have thought if it started going down, that it would just flush. And I keep putting NASDAQ in. I don't know why. I thought it would keep going down, maybe it'd be at VWAP. But again, it catches a bid, 39 bucks here. So Snapchat up 60% and might close the day up 60%. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Like it's absurd.
Snapchat's a tough one today, that's for sure. But yeah, so far so good here today, man. Chewy adding it to the board, and thank you guys. Thank you to Chris as well. It was an awesome trading week. No Super Bowl talk. No, I mean Super Bowl is next week. So
And the Pro Bowl's useless, man. Who watches?
Yeah, Marissa's she's already told me that she's already got the ideas for the platter, for the spread for Super Bowl,
Nice.
which should be pretty good. And I was like,
Homemade guac, you got to start.
Oh yeah, the homemade guac.
there.
Much bigger ideas. So homemade guac is a must, of course. And we'll probably have some wings and do the traditional stuff. And I'll report back. I'll tell her that she needs to tell me what the surprise is. So, the downside.
You know, like those stuffed.
I don't like the
stuffed peppers.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't like the jalapeno poppers. I like them, but
Really?
yeah, I like them. I don't know.
Oh, come on.
As an appetizer, what just happened, Bill?
Okay, so I put a trail in. Yeah, no, I put a trail in. I'm pretty sure a bad wick just got me out there. I shouldn't be complaining. This is actually around the original target anyways, but I kept moving my trailing stop in and then eventually got by but it looks like a dark pool wick here. Look, it's only 5 or 6 minutes left, so it's not like I would have gotten too much more anyways. I probably wanted to be out in front of 55. We'll take it as a winning trade. I'll find out where Arun got out. It really doesn't matter. He had a 207 long, but again, it's just a risk to reward thing. I got up to that 240 range, made a tight stop. It had just gone parabolic. It was up so much. Once it broke the range, there wasn't enough time, I don't think, for a VWAP retracement, but heck, if it goes to 220, then John, you're the man. We'll see what happens. I'm not watching the Pro Bowl or whatever, but definitely I'm excited to watch the Super Bowl at least. Although, I think your sleeper pick for MVP is actually Aaron Donald. Like everyone always wants the quarterbacks, defensive guys don't win it, but I can't see a path to the Rams winning the game without sacking Burrow like about a half a dozen times, and that means Aaron Donald gets him twice. And maybe even gets like a fumble recovery.
Yeah.
Like, they don't win without the defense winning the game, so why wouldn't you pick a defensive player?
Well,
that's my whole thing. You think they can win on Stafford's arm?
Yeah, I think they have to if they're going to win because Joe Burrow is going to put up the numbers. That's my thought.
They sack him 8 times.
I know, but they won on a 9-sack game.
Crazy.
But the thing is,
That's
Donald
never
could sack
happened.
the guy 9 times and they lose. He would still probably win if he got 9 sacks, but if he gets 3 sacks and they lose, he's not winning. So you got to think that Rams are going to win. That's the first step. And of course, my wife just says to me this, like, what a surprise. Like, this is what she wants to do now. Go to Vegas, $215 round trip. Plus, I know some of you are already have offered to hook me up with a place there. So $215 round trip. Hello. Maybe we'll be swimming in the Bellagio Lake there if we did that. So, all right, let's get ready to go. Everyone just have a great weekend, man. That's all that matters. It was a great trading week. Thank you for all the love in the chat. It's been a fun one. We can thank Mark over and over again. Thank you for not falling on us numerous times. There was lots of opportunity.
He's still on the ladder, by the way.
To do that one. Yeah, he's still on this ladder. Working on the weekends as well to get this built for you. So,
yeah.
Oh, by the way, we do have just anybody getting into Toronto. We're going to have those protesters. So hopefully I'm not late on Monday, but definitely have to alter the route into work. I can't drive anymore because we're right around Queen's Park. So that should be crazy. Everybody stay safe this weekend. It should be a good one. Just to check back here on Amazon, Brendan will wrap up the market when the market closes. But right now, just to give you some stocks, Amazon does touch the day's high again of 32.20 right there in the close. And then now it's just bleeding a little bit down here. So Amazon giving back some gains, but still a beautiful 13% to the north side there for Amazon. I'm just going to close this Chewy trade right now in the money 50 cents. Let's just put an end to this one. Let's put this one to bed as we only have a couple minutes left on this trade just to end off what was a great trading day week. It was tough though this week. I just think it was great to trade. But look, if you guys lost money this week, like, do not beat yourself up. It's a very, very hard week. I felt anyways. I mean, we had the great shorts in Facebook back-to-back days. And if I had just made that trade and left them, I probably would have wound up with more money than making 200 trades following that. So a very confusing week, but a good one nonetheless. Brendan.
Bloomberg guys reporting this about Apple. Apparently another reason to look forward to March. There's new low-cost iPhones coming. iPhone SE, iPad, the whole line coming in March. I mean, it's coming off too with the market, but heads up on Apple.
I don't think those Apple's sold very well the first time. Remember, they did have that before. Colors, they were like pink. One was like it was a different one. They've had iPhone SE before. I just don't know. I'm surprised they're bringing them back, but.
I would too, but Apple, oddly enough, has been pretty boring today, right? Like it's,
Yeah.
you know, when all the other big boys are doing their earnings, it's been shocking how little we've been talking about Apple. And I guess in fairness, like Tesla moved today, and we barely talked about Tesla, so we can say that. Someone asked, should we show the earnings board? You don't get big earnings on a Monday morning. So Brendan was talking about the earnings that were coming for the week next week, and there's definitely some interesting ones there. I'm going to watch Bill to close out of morbid curiosity as to whether or not it can actually get to 220. But with 2 minutes to go, it's worth noting it's an impressive day, but the NASDAQ making a bit of a right turn here at the high. Like, look at that. Like right at the high, it makes a bit of a right turn, pulling back in. Still going to close positive of 1.4%. Thank you guys for the super chat. Thanks for stopping by. Of course, someone said it's weird without any football this weekend. Hey, it just means more tobogganing with the fam because we still have lots of snow.
Yeah, we have a hell of a lot of snow. We just got some more yesterday and the day before, and crazy there. But there we are. You might have seen me do that. We'll just floss it off one last time, and that's that. End of the story. End of Chewy. End of our day. Just making sure, always refresh if you're with Prosper Pro and Day Trade the World. Refresh. Make sure you don't have any pending orders out there or anything. I should be clean right now. So that's it. Finito. And we'll just go, yeah. We'll do a thumbs up here today. There it is. Pretty happy with the way this day has turned out so far. It's the man, the myth, and the legend.
Yeah, he's back.
Is right now. You see him over Neil's shoulder there. It's Mr. Tiger himself. It is Tony. Tony, any plans this weekend? Yeah, video games. What's your favorite video game? League of Legends. Holla! I don't know. I've never played it. So, but good game there. League of Legends. Yeah.
It's not a good game. Stay out of it, man. Let the man have his.
Yo, Prad, calm down, Prad.
Man.
Prad, it's not even your show, bro.
He gets one word right, then it's like, okay, it's in the dictionary. We're all wrong, and he's right. Now he gets it in his head that he can just act.
Yo, now he's forcing his opinion on others. You know.
Let the man enjoy a game.
It's like, come on.
It's a video game. Do you, Tony? Don't listen to him, man.
Now Tony's like, it's no good anymore.
Okay,
let's go over to Tony right now. We've got 8 seconds left, Neil. 7, 6, 5. He's the dancing man. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do a dab. Can you do a dab there, Tony? Let's get back. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's a monster dab. He's in the building. That is Tony. He is going crazy. Tony the Tiger is in the building. What a great hire by Day Trade the World. If they had a stock, I'd short it. What's up, Brendan?
Positive. So there's that. But yeah, heavy selling into the weekend here. Brought us back a little bit off the highs from early on this afternoon. 0.46, about 0.5% we'll call it for the S&P there. 0.3, 1.25. Nice day for the NASDAQ finally. Back to the upside. Same story here in Toronto. The TSX a full percent. Yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum still trying to take out day highs, guys.
I believe there's going to be a squeeze through 40, so watch out for...
Squoze. Well, it already squoze. Well, it broke.
It's squozing right now.
No, it broke, but it hasn't squozing yet.
Yeah, it's going to squoze at some point there. Yeah, Tony is going to be a scary billionaire someday. Yeah, very much so.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I hope we're all billionaires one day, and it starts with, making some good trades and studying your losses and your winners. It was a fantastic day today. We can't, forget about who runs the show, really.
Absolutely.
In the background, it's always fantastic to have such great support. We say a big thank you to Tim and Lucas over there on the 1s and 2s today. Thank you so much, guys. No view. Don't
put them on.
Oh, the camera's not there. Okay, so thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Pratt
is
getting closed out of here, so I don't know if we have a picture of him, but he's gone right now, so thank you. There he is. Yeah, he gone. There he is. Yeah. He's getting ready to go home, play that League of Legends, and we're very excited. Brendan, plans this weekend.
Plans. Sorry, I was just thinking about Pratt and Tony playing League of Legends together. But
I wonder who would win.
I do not have anything exciting going on. Sean, how about you?
I like to say yes. Oh yeah, tons of stuff, man. We have so I have curling. The debut is happening. We have kids. Yeah, tomorrow we have kids hockey. We have gymnastics. Tonight's going to be some sort of a movie night. We have a games night planned, and it should be a busy one. My parents tomorrow are coming to the hockey game, and we're going out for breakfast, so that should be fun as well. I haven't seen my brother in a long time.
Say what's up to Mike for me.
Yeah, I will for sure. And Mr. Roberts.
Look, man, I'm going tobogganing. Gymnastics doesn't start till next week. Swimming doesn't start till the week after, so we're only starting to get back into it. I got to shovel some. And we have a closet door that I have to fix.
You can see who has kids. Yeah, what's up, Brendan?
I was just going to say, biggest single day gain for Amazon since 2015.
I was
today,
just
guys.
looking at Amazon.
2015. Okay, wow, good one. And
Fun
biggest
fact.
single day gain for Snapchat, maybe too. Honestly, 70%.
If it's not, then I mean, what are we even talking about?
All right. Thank you to everybody. We have been thanking Mark endlessly, but I did forget him in that little rundown there. So thank you to Mark. Thank you to everybody who's been working with us. Hopefully next week, maybe near the end. I don't know. I don't want any promises. Everything's going to be changed around here. We're very, very excited for this. We will see everybody on Monday. Stay tuned for the trade of the day. Have a good one, and we'll see everybody on Monday. Ciao.
Bye, guys.